Take one.
I know.
Five,
All right.
four, three.
All right. So, recapping first and foremost, does anyone remember anything about the last time we met?
Well, we nearly got found by Henry.
Yes.
And we got zapped out of that timeline at the very
Correct.
last second.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. Oh, we went
Yes.
we went to the pyramids.
Yes.
About that.
Yes, the last time we all met together, you stood within the heart of the Quarter God's Keep, and you witnessed something odd. A conversation between two characters. One is a man is a loose term, but we'll call him a man named Henry, and the other was a familiar face, Squibbish. They spoke to each other not as strangers, but as pieces already in motion. Another odd thing you saw when walking in to the keep was an orb. Something off about its presence, something familiar, but almost an uncanny feeling resonating from it. And although no one spoke the truth out loud, some of you began to understand bits and pieces of it. The character known as Henry, we have some suspicions about him, I do believe, about who he is or who he may become. But before action could be taken place, the entire temple around you went silent and pitch black. You have been moved forward in time. How far? You're not quite sure. But what you do know is that you are in the dark, in the silence. And it's a curious thing being in a place like that. The doors are all sealed, the torches all extinguished. The air itself has a staleness around it as if it has been undisturbed for quite some time. Years, possibly. As you all stand there in the darkness, the couple of you that can see clearly, you look around, you see the treasury still around you, mostly undisturbed. You see the portraits on the wall that were all around you, and the portraits, of course, depicting the prophecy of sorts. It does look ever so slightly different, though, than what you recall. Now, I do believe, if I am not mistaken, let me recover some of my tracks real quick. Ah, yes. Within the log for items, you will see the panels that are fully revealed in this darkness. Several of them are familiar, but a couple of them seem to have been hidden beneath perhaps paint or a clay that has been wiped away from the wall, as if it's always been there but just was hidden for some time and now is uncovered before you. Let me know your thoughts or feelings on what you see.
Well, let's look. There is a band of 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess heroes, warriors.
Oh, yes.
One with the sword. And then there,
Obviously, 3 orbs.
yeah. On top there is a giant monster. And then I'm guessing guessing that is on the mountain. And then there's a flying person. I don't want to know who that is.
Oh, who can say for sure? These old
Jed,
Funneled
Jed literally
prophecies.
says that. I don't really care who that is. And it looks like a fighting between two armies. Looks like cultists and just another army, obviously attacking with, I assume, Aomake to its back. And then it looks like somebody's playing a tune towards a giant heart of this monster, right? And then let's go down, and then the sword is being used to attack the heart.
Is it just me, or in that one, in its left hand, does it look like there's anything there? Am I going insane?
I don't know. Let me look closer. I can't
It's-
tell.
I can't tell either. It's either a really botched finger, or it's like a crushed body.
Who knows? After that one, you see what looks like this beast being sent into like a portal that's opening, and then it looks like he's banished. Maybe
He's
not
banished into like
a
out
different,
into the universe or
yeah,
a different plane or
something. So yeah, I'm showing all of these, by the way, because I'm super cool and I'm the one recording.
You are super cool. I agree.
So, Jed will take time to sketch these as best as possible, just so it makes sense that we have them in chat and we can look at them
Yeah.
whenever we want. So I will sketch these, however long that takes, 10 minutes, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Jed pulls his phone out.
Or he does that Indiana Jones thing where he gets out like a big piece of parchment and like scrapes
Takes a rubbing.
Yeah, exactly.
If it was small enough, sure.
Yeah, exactly. But so yes, there is the full prophecy to it. Now, no, go ahead.
In
Matt.
greater detail than what we saw before. Because before we only could
Yes.
make out 3 of them. We made out an army.
Correct.
We made out a guy with a red sword, and then you know what? 2. No. We saw the army. We saw the guys with orbs and the red sword, and then we saw the guy using the red sword. Those were the only ones you described to us that we could make out at the time, 100 years in the future, however long. So we didn't even get the full picture. We didn't see the part where it looks like, and I'll say to the others, it looks like in this one where the I guess Bard is affecting this thing's heart, almost making it vulnerable, because right after the heart is hit by this song, it is attacked, and the attack seems to set things in motion, I guess you could say, towards the end of being banished. So that's a strange one. But
Jed, could this song be related to the song you were after for so long?
it was about curing broken hearts, I suppose you could say.
Wasn't back in the castle, there was another tapestry about a song that calmed a dragon?
I don't remember. I probably do if I wrote it down. I believe.
Would you like to roll a history check?
There's a bigger screen over here, so I just realized I'm just looking at, like, you guys
you're
can't
good.
look at my face.
I was gonna use my PC to roll all that, but I was tired of like using my PC.
Yeah.
Yeah, you tried. It's better.
Because I'm like, I'm recording.
I'm recording.
I'll roll one too to see if I know. I spoke too soon. Let's look. History. I got a 16.
Okay. So, he says this to you, Daniel says this to you, Jed, and your mind thinks back. You're like, a dragon? A song? And little by little, you recall walking through a corridor, a hidden corridor behind a wall in the Silver City Palace. And there was a hidden room. To get into that room, there were portraits very similar in some ways. One of them resembled a story that you once knew from your childhood.
Oh, I wrote that down then, or I already knew it.
Yes.
Well, because I was gonna say, Doug, I don't think I've missed a piece of music yet. Have I? When looking, I don't think I've missed anything. Like
I don't believe so.
No, because
no.
you made it when it was there. You would be like, Matthew, Jed,
Yeah.
roll an investigation for me. And I rolled it, and
Yeah.
I've yet to get a bad investigation on it. So you've been like, in the corner of your eye, you notice a piece of paper, or you've always been like, when you walk in the room, you see
Right.
this. It was always like you left it up to me to be
Well-
paying attention. Is what I'm saying. Like you're like,
It
Yeah.
wasn't. The thing is, it wasn't a piece of paper. It was just tapestry on the wall that reminded you of a childhood story you read as a child.
oh, well then, yeah, I remember. I didn't need to roll history.
Yeah.
I do remember looking at that. I remember. I don't
Yeah.
remember exactly what I said, but I remember being like, yeah, it reminds me of a story that I know. And then we talked about it for a few seconds. Yeah. If there was any music on it, I would have written it down. But if there wasn't,
yes.
then yeah, no. So,
No.
but yeah, so
But the-
I don't know how many pieces that I have out of the full, right? I'm still figuring that out. I have two.
You have two.
I have
Yes.
2 pieces.
Mhm.
So I would relay that to you like this. Yes, I do remember that. But I don't think it had any music involved. But it does hold a great deal of importance. I think you're right there. As for finding that particular music, it feels like it's almost been purposefully scattered. Yeah. Hopefully not totally destroyed. Maybe we'll find it along our journey here. But yeah, I have 2 pieces of the actual song itself.
Do we think they're the same songs? One of healing and one of the one used to calm a dragon.
I would. It was always fabled as a song that could heal a broken heart. Now, whereas, what does that do? You're getting into philosophy, dear friend. Healing a broken heart that is an evil heart, would that not cause remorse? And would remorse not change something? Would it not break? They say love breaks, curses all the time. That's how I always grew up, hearing the stories from my father and my mother. But I don't know. It's one of those things that it's philosophy at that point. But you know how magic is. You never know until you know.
That is true. Magic is mysterious as it is wonderful.
Who said that?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too. Who the fuck is talking?
Oh wait.
How would you feel? How would you feel though, if someone did say that?
Oh
in the
shit!
room?
Wait, what do you mean? So Jen will be
The
like,
voice of a woman
oh,
echoes in the dark behind all of you. Her presence has gone undetected until now. 2 of you turn around and see not a human, but first and foremost, you take in a pair of illuminated green eyes
okay, good. We're going there.
and a woman of limbs and leaves and vine-like tendrils stands before you, beautiful but powerful in her stance.
Treat people
And
bad.
she does say, magic is mysterious as it is powerful, is it not?
That's how
You
we
can-
accent.
We literally like it.
We all do like the slow turn.
Hello there would have probably been more polite, but hello there.
Hmm.
You're not
Hello, indeed.
you're not wrong. You're not wrong though. To answer your question,
More pressing, real quick. Who are you and how did you get here?
I could be asking you the same thing.
That's entirely
As-
fair.
The temple is sealed from the outside.
Turnus
Well.
kind of leans over. We did just kind of appear.
you know, magic is a strange and mysterious thing.
Oh, where? We forgot about disguises. Hold on.
No. So I'll pull out like a paper, and I'll be like, guys, I told you it was 15. It was 300. It was 300 feet, not 502. I knew we couldn't push it that far. We just ended up in here.
Your lies are ineffective. You are not where you are supposed to be.
Okay.
You
I'm
were
gonna pull
very.
these two into like a small huddle.
They got us, boys. They got us.
While she's standing there, you can hold the phone. Jed, do you have a light source, or can you see?
I have a light sourse.
That's a good question.
I have a light
Yeah,
source.
he'd probably let us
Okay,
torch after
he
we
has a light
teleported.
source. He has a light
Yeah.
source. Even in the dark, you could see her eyes, though. They are
Okay.
illuminating. But all of you seeing this figure, as you're examining her, you see that her feet and her legs are like I said, they're tendrils and roots that seemingly have grown like out of the ground in between the cracks of the stone of the temple. And in a matter of seconds, you see two more shapes. And now there are the same types of people next to her with spears in hand, guards, dryad guards,
Try triple.
and they try people. Huh?
Try triple.
Try
Try
triple.
That's three
Triple.
people in the try, which means 3.
I will execute you first. So she looks at all of you with a slight bewilderment in her eyes. Not shock, not even surprise, but a little bit of awe. And she says, "When do you come from, strangers?"
From a time where we need this information. That's all I can say.
Time's a fragile ladder. Can't break any rungs here.
It is indeed.
We come only for information, and then we will return from whence we came.
Mm-hmm. Only information. Love what you did with the place.
This place is sacred amongst our people.
I literally in my head was like, don't say sacred. Don't say sacred. It says sacred. I'm like, fuck, dang it. Well, we do not mean to desecrate it. We have touched nothing. We've touched nothing. We've taken nothing. In Jed's mind says yet. Yet? No, I'm just kidding.
In this
But-
timeline, we have not.
we have not. I'm telling the truth. We've taken nothing. We've touched nothing. We only want information for something hyper specific to the time we're from. We mean no harm, and we are all for leaving right now, just to get out of your growth, foliage, to get out of your foliage.
I thought you were supposed to be good at talking.
Shut up. I'm having a bad day.
You talk much when you are nervous, yes?
Yeah, of course. I would never want to be in a place I don't belong. You know, I'm not trying to trespass myself.
One of the guards kind of leans over and goes, and she responds in a similar tongue.
Freaking dryad speak. Can't freaking understand. Dang it.
You must come.
Sorry.
You must come with us to speak to my father, the king.
Can I say not again? Because technically it hasn't happened yet.
Don't say it out loud.
Do we think it's the exact same people? Like,
Treeple.
do you think the
Do we recognize
correct me.
anyone, Doug?
do we recognize? That's a good point.
You know exactly who this woman is,
We rescue her in the future.
without a leaf's difference on her tendrils.
Can we roll history to remember her name?
Absolutely.
Yes. Yes. Please, God.
I'm not part of this role. I wasn't there for this.
24? 24?
19.
24?
Wow.
ooh,
24? I rolled a 19 plus 5. Please.
The name comes to you as swiftly and aggressively as, say, an enormous gator emerges from murky waters. Princess Dahlia stands before you.
I will play my cards, hopefully right. Dahlia.
Love that sentence.
Okay. Please. And I'll look at her, and I'll be like, Princess Dahlia, let us pass.
Ooh.
You had my curiosity, and now you have my attention. Still, you cannot leave here without our help. The temple is locked by a old magic.
True.
None of
True
yours will permit you to leave.
Yeah, I figured.
The fact is, you trust us. Not now, but I can prove it. In the future.
Put my hand on Daniel, and I'll be like, well, we're wasting time. We can't keep talking. Talking is burning time that we need to progress. So, fine.
Stay your tongue. What is this proof?
This poop.
What is this poop? It's fertilizer.
Proof. Sorry.
I'll take a step forward, and quickly pull out the
Quickly.
symbol of her. Quickly pull out my sidearm, and
Shoot her.
no, wrong campaign.
In Minecraft.
The symbol of her people.
Mm-hmm.
Can I explain why we have this? But the fact that we do should show the trust. Do not wish to
So-
cause problems, but do need to be going as soon as possible.
And you're showing her the gold leaf.
Yep.
She looks at it. And like from her like wrist arm, it kind of like grows out in parts. And where there would be bone on the inside, you see like deeper roots or vines pulsating with a gold energy. And there's the smallest little, like
Like a
the
bud.
beginning the beginning of that same leaf. I will give this leaf to you, stranger.
I cannot give you any more details, but yes.
I understand. It is within the balance. All the same, if you wish to leave, I will provide a way.
I will bow.
Daniel doesn't notice, so he doesn't bow with him. He
I'll
just
slap you guys. I bow. I notice no one else bows. I freaking come on, freaking bow.
I was gonna
And-
say, like,
Yeah.
Flint doesn't have a problem with, bowing before the lady.
Whoever doesn't bow, how about that?
And do I have a? Just because I'm curious. Do I already have a picture? Yeah, there's a picture of her in the people tab. So
People,
if you scroll up,
can
yeah.
we find the treeple? Can we find the
oh yeah, there she is.
Treeple,
We didn't need to roll the history.
Triple.
We just need to look at the people tab more.
treeples. She got,
People.
she got mine.
So, in response to your bowing, she looks to her guards, and a sound leaves like her presence, and it's not from her voice, but it's like a breath of wind through her entire body. All the leaves and vines just, and the guards turn and they absorb back into the ground, and that is when the ground just is like pulled apart by thick, strong roots, not ripping the stone apart, but very tactfully reorganizing it as a proper separation. And leading down into the darkness, there is a tunnel that is big enough for you to all walk through.
Ah, secret tunnel.
Through the mountain.
And die. But yes, do you all wish to enter in?
Yeah.
Okay. As you follow her through these tunnels, you walk for quite some time. There is mostly silence and just the constant hum of wind through this dark tunnel. While you're all walking, she doesn't turn back to you, but she walks ahead and says, I cannot fathom why I would give a mortal what I gave you. I know you cannot tell me, but all the same, I cannot think, but something terrible is on the horizon. Is this true?
We are here to end the terrible thing.
Well said. Yeah.
Do you come to end it before it begins?
Unfortunately, that is not within our power.
We would pull apart too many things.
Then you are wiser than I gave you credit for. Perhaps I gave you the token for a good reason. And she continues walking ahead. And after quite some time, the air around you getting colder and colder and colder and colder as you are clearly walking deeper and deeper under the island. You pass a certain point. It doesn't last long, but as you're walking, you pass a very interesting moment where the hum of the wind is met with another sound, uh, not in the tunnel, but in the earth around it. Just a steady like some enormous thing being dragged through the earth. She pays no mind to it. She does not glance at it or anything like that. She continues walking, but it is extremely deep and rumbles the tunnel around you and even shakes under your feet a little bit. Do you have any responses to that, or do you just keep walking?
I think this party's too used to weird, so I don't really think. I'm serious. I think this party is too used to weird that to not give anything away. I don't think we would do anything.
Fair.
The
Probably
only
still
thing
not-
I do is listen to see if it's speaking a language that I might know. You know, if it sounds like dark whispering, is it's familiar to me in any sense.
What would I have you roll for that?
For me, I'm just like, it's probably one of those doppelganger worms. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, Tarnus. I would like you to roll a history check for me.
Okay. History. 14.
Okay. I have messaged a response to you.
Yeah.
So Tarnus hears this, and he does turn his head for a moment. And his eyes that had been more of a violet color at this time actually do flash red for a moment as he looks at the spot that it came from. He doesn't linger on it, but he keeps moving.
Right. Does do Jed or Daniel notice this at all, or is it just kind of
Oh, he didn't.
Crawling through a tunnel, right?
We're walking.
You're walking.
Walking? I guess it's
Mhm.
possible that we see it. Then if we glance back just enough time, I suppose I don't know how visible it is, but
I mean, it's one of those, his eyes actually glowed for a second. So, it wasn't just a subtle color change. It was his eyes flashed with red.
Tarnish goes,
yeah, hold on a second.
So, it just
I wanna
depends
roll-
on how much you all are paying attention to Tarnus at this point.
I want to roll perception to see. I see that. Is it okay with that?
That's fine.
Well, it's his thing, so I'm asking.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Was that for Steven or for?
No.
Yeah. So his eyes
I
glow.
wasn't trying to hide it.
No, I just,
Yeah.
it just
He just wants to roll something.
He can.
so.
So yeah, I would say you probably
Yeah.
saw Tarnus make that movement.
I won't bring it up right now, but memory noted.
Yeah, that's fair. As you all continue to walk, Time passes, the rumbling settles back into silence, and ahead of you, the ground overhead actually is pulled apart once again by thick, powerful roots, and a bright green light fills your eyes. And you all stand directly underneath this tunnel going upward with no kind of stairs or anything. But Dahlia stands there, and a large series of roots lifts you all like a lift. And before you know it, you are in the Dryad Village again.
I don't want to be here. Sure,
I
the symbols of the Glen,
understand. I understand this is not where you wish to be, but your presence here is alarming to me. I must do things the way my people do, and you will speak to the king. Follow me. So, you all, unless I'm wrong, you all follow her to a large tree that is hollowed out on the inside, and within there's a throne in which a weeping willow type character is hunched over, and his beard is long, his hair is scraggly like moss, and he looks up to you. Bloodwalkers. Dahlia, why have you brought them here? Show him.
show him to leave.
And he observes it, and he's a good distance away from you, maybe 15 or 20 feet. The throne is pretty high up, but he raises his hand off of the arm of the throne, and it kind of disconnects like it's been rooted in. And he reaches out towards you, and his single finger goes out and just brushes the leaf in your hand, which is kind of icky. Brushes the leaf, and it just pulses in response. Bloodwalkers, how did you come to possess this before the time of its harvest?
Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
Most people think time is linear, like a line. More like
No, don't do it. We'll confuse them.
Yeah.
My lord, we are currently walkers of time. We come from a distant place and a distant time compared to what it is now. We come for information. We come to learn. We do not come to interfere. But we cannot provide more information lest it harm what we are trying to do.
I see. Mortals and bloodwalkers are not granted permission to our land since the peace treaty. My daughter has brought you here, so you will gain passage. But do not stay long. Conduct your business and return to your time.
we will. Thank you.
You are gracious.
And like this really powerful wind sweeps around, not coming from the king, not coming from Dahlia, coming from, it seems like, the earth itself. And there's a rumbling in the ground that kind of accompanies it. Just, and the king turns his ear as if listening to it. I see. What are your names, Bloodwalkers?
Name. What is my name?
While you're thinking about your response, I will say, when the wind swept through and the rumbling happened, Tarnus, you recognize it as whatever you heard before in the tunnel. The same
That's what I thought.
voice, yeah.
Gentlemen, there's more going on here than I can fully explain right now. So, I will step forward.
Wait, you can give your name. He didn't meet you before.
Mm,
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like
Yeah,
that you saying that
well,
at all.
Tarnus drops his disguise. And in his full, height and form, my lord, I am Tarnus Basalt.
Tarnus Basalt, Tiefling and Devil. In time, you will return here. And when you do, she will be waiting to speak to you. Leave my village now. And he kind of like locks back into place. And Dahlia just looks at all of you. That was unusual.
Comes with the territory.
Most of this adventure has been. Please, the way out as soon as possible. Overstaying our
Of
stays.
course.
I'm most worried about right now.
Yes. Let me forewarn you. Although your friend has gained your passage, our people we've had problems with Bloodwalkers, and they are not so easily allowed to speak in our territory. The Silver City has made sure of this. Should you choose to return, tread lightly and choose your words carefully if you value your lives. And the forest nearby outside, the trees just kind of open up, presenting a pathway back to the main roads that you're attempting to be on. You may leave whenever you wish.
Sounds good.
Tar-
Thank you.
Go!
Tarnus
Go!
gives-
Go!
Each of them a bow before he starts heading for the doorway and returns to his disguised form.
Yes.
Put my mustache back in place. Well, that was a doozy.
All right. So
my
you guys
mind-
take down. Yeah.
No,
Go
it's
ahead.
like in my mind, most of my disguise is just the world's nerdiest glasses. I just slip onto my face.
Oh, Clark Kent. So you guys continue down the pathway towards the road and back where you were originally trying to go. Now, my next question will end up being, where do you wish to go? Before you answer that, I'm gonna pee, so I'll be right back, and then we will carry on.
All right, I'll be right back too.
Okay.
Okay.
Potty break.
The mountain.
Pee-pee times. The mountain. It's the mountain. Just didn't feel that lying was a good idea in that situation.
Lying was not. I don't know what your history with. Man, I don't know whose mic is making that echo.
Probably theirs.
It's one of theirs. I don't think it's both. It can't be both. But I know it's one of them.
Hello.
I'm definitely glad. I don't know. I don't know what your history with the three people are. We're going to have to ask about that.
Very little, honestly. Probably even nothing. But
Whenever you return, she will be there.
yep. So
What an ominous sentence.
yeah, no. Now they're waiting for Tarnus in the future. I'm thinking that this is where we may have just made a future ally for the final battle.
We already made a future ally. Trust me. The tree people were a lot more, strange to say, better. When
Right.
we talked to them. Like after we saved what's her name from the circus, she was a lot more outgoing than she seemed this since we met her here. I believe time healed the wounds of us Bloodwalkers, so they'll be more willing
Maybe.
to.
Or, in this context, maybe they recognized you the second
That-
time.
That is basically what it means now. Yeah.
Oh, and so it was Doug's mic because we're not echoing anymore.
It's definitely it.
Oh,
Yeah.
my headset was next. That's
Yeah.
my bad. I should have.
No,
muted myself.
it was
That's
funny
fine.
though. We were like whistling at it and stuff to get it to come back at us. It was funny.
But yeah, like next time, I look for words. Next time you come here, choose your words carefully. We already chose the words. We can't change those. I was so tempted to be like, oh, trust me, we have. Or I was tempted to say we haven't, because that was when. Oh, what's his name? I used to call him always by his last name because I never remember his first name. Like Bloodson.
Oh,
Blood.
Xander.
Yeah.
Xander.
what was his-
Xander.
Youngblood.
Youngblood. Yes, I used to always call him Youngblood because I could not remember his first name for some reason.
What wasn't that like his last name or something like that?
I always called him
Yeah.
Youngblood, his last name, because I could not remember Xander for some reason.
Which is, it's not that funny, but it's amusing. Only in the stance of like Daniel is technically like a law enforcement guy, kind of like we're law enforcement guys, and Xander was a criminal guy. How we deal with criminal guys, and so he called him by his last name the way that we
I
call
know.
inmates by their last name.
It kind of works. It really does.
Inmate
Funny,
Youngblood. Yeah.
That was really funny, yeah.
So.
Mountain, by the way, or Matthew will agree when he gets here, but we're going to the mountain to see where Aomake will reside.
Gotcha.
And,
Gotcha.
Where we were intending at the time, yes.
Yeah.
And the history of the dwarves, whatever they did there.
Right. Right.
I do recall Matthew wanting to put like a dick up there somewhere, but
Just like all the men, always wanting to put their dick somewhere.
But definitely very funny. The tree people, they will semi-recognize us and then make us fight a crocodile or an alligator, uh, and just because they can, and it's really funny. We also have two random people with us. They'll sit in a different chamber, but
That's yeah.
yeah,
It comes around to an interesting thing. Like I feel like from their point of view, that easily could have been them testing. Is this the set we've talked to, or have they not talked to us yet
mhm.
in the
Right.
past? Like, so they're like, we'll test and find out. And then, like, the way things go, and it's like, okay, well, obviously this is not. They don't know us yet. And well, we still got to give them the leaf now if we're gonna have time go the way it's supposed to.
Oh, I was terrified. The leaf is basically our ticket to Tree People Army, and if they took that in the past, I would have been so upset.
Hey Ben.
Yeah.
Hey Ben.
In the
I'll-
machine.
I'll bet you can't
Feeling
guess what
so
what
bad.
animal is in this tank right here.
Can't you make
No,
the
Steven, no. Put your hand down.
music
I know. I'm pretty sure you have a spider and a snake.
I have a snake. I don't have spiders anymore, but it is neither of those. Matthew, do you want to take a guess
Of what?
at what? I actually have two animals in this tank right now. If you
Different
can,
animal?
if you can guess what they are, I'll give you a virtual high five.
Can I get a hint?
I found it outside in my garden and chose to help it. Them. Help them.
Them.
Don't think it's a Scorponi then.
Do they require a heating lamp? Oh, that could be a trick question.
Not in the traditional sense, no. These ones technically did.
I know what they are.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, how do I get to full? No, I don't know, but I'm guessing. This one. No, wait. I want to show all the faces. I'm stupid and I don't know how to show it. No, I went into specific mode. I don't want specific mode anymore. Damn it. I don't know how to turn this off. I'm dumb. I'm
Ooh,
grid view.
I'll give
I
you-
figured it out.
I'll give you one more hint if you get it wrong.
Does the name of them technically start with an R?
No. Wait, you said technically?
Yeah. Well, that's a name for them. How about a B?
Technically an R, yes.
Are they baby bunnies?
No,
Damn
my
it.
last hint is they're really good singers.
Crickets, birds.
If you put crickets in there, I would throw something at you.
I'll save you the suspense. There was two baby chipmunks in my garden,
Oh,
Looks like they're
And-
singing.
and
I knew. I was
Baby
gonna guess it was some
chipmunks.
type of a rodent. That's awesome.
yeah, I have two baby chipmunks. I've been giving them. They're about ready to be released. When I found them, their eyes were still closed and they
Oh.
were on formula. Like I was giving them formula because like they weren't eating solid foods. So
What happened to mom? Gone.
no idea. But we do have a couple of like stray cats that like to hang out in the backyard sometimes.
Yeah.
So, plus it was right before that like random ass cold snap that we got.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I know I have a random tank available in the shed. If I go and get this tank and I bring it back and you guys are still here, you coming with me. So I went and got it, came back, they were still there. I'm like, all right, you're my children now. So, yeah.
That's awesome.
They
I don't
are
know what the rules
adorable.
are on wildlife rescue, on keeping them and all that. I don't know the rules, so I would just be careful because if it's not a domesticated animal, I don't know if there are any rules on it. But if you're releasing them, I don't think it's an issue.
Yeah,
Nor can you get in
yeah,
trouble. I'm just letting
no.
you know, like,
Yeah,
FWC is weird. So, but
No.
I'm sure they'd be
Ah.
fine with you conserving chipmunks because chipmunks are cool. I like chipmunks personally.
Yeah.
I hate squirrels. I absolutely,
I don't like
I
squirrels.
fucking hate squirrels. Sorry, everyone in the world. I hate squirrels. I despise
I mean,
squirrels.
I think most people can agree that chipmunks are better than squirrels.
Chipmunks are cuter, they're faster, they're cooler, they're
Yeah.
prettier. Squirrels are gross and they get their nut sacks out, they bite you and they attack you. Chipmunks are like, and they like run around and you're like,
chipmunks have
Yeah.
everything, like Alvin and the rest of them. What do squirrels have?
big teeth
Nuts.
and giant nuts when they're male. It's insane.
Giant nuts.
Oh, you can
Yeah.
tell. Like you're like, oh, that's a male.
Oh yeah, you can tell when there's a
They're
boy
just
squirrel.
they're just rats with giant and they chew stuff. I used to live in a house
Mhm.
that we didn't have our gable closed all the way, and squirrels kept going up and chewing the wire. And I used to do electrical work, and I would have to replace that. I'm just
Oh, that
no,
sucks.
it was
Yeah,
a
yeah.
squirrel. So when hunting season
Mhm.
opened for squirrels, we used 22s.
No, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
We were
But-
humane. We're still humane. We don't like them, but we're
Yeah.
humane with it, and we follow rules. We follow rules.
Mhm.
Sorry. Okay, I'm back.
Oh, you're
With
good.
Dwink.
So, with Dwink. All right. So,
Oh.
felt. So you guys continued on the pathway, and if I've heard correctly and know correctly, your next waypoint is the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Very good. Well, little by little, the mountain is coming to your vision between the thinning canopy of trees as you walk further and finally are out in the open, crossing a field via a road. A similar road to what you've traveled at some point in your journeys, but it's different than it used to be, or will be. But you hike along, a few passers-by carrying bags of grain on their backs, and a couple wagons pass you with just friendly, hello, hello, you know.
Greetings.
Not,
Yeah.
yes, not much going on there, but after quite some time of
While we're
yes,
walking,
Mhm.
and there's no one around, I will walk up to Tarnus, be like, "What was some of that about?"
So while we were under the ground, I heard something.
You all did? Was?
I do believe that at least at this point in time, the Dryads are in direct contact with a god.
One under the earth.
Yes.
Mm.
What does this have to do with you?
I just recognize the language. I don't speak it, but I've heard it enough.
Why?
When you
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
you return, she will be waiting. What
That's
does
what I was
that mean?
gonna ask.
That I'm not certain of either.
You played it off really well.
I believe it is preparation for the future. I personally believe that they wish to have more contact with us. Maybe they have more secrets to tell.
So you haven't interacted with them. They want you. So once we get back, I suppose we should.
I agree.
This is a long shot, and it is a little bit forced. First, let me do this. Jed. It's like my third time doing this. Roll a history check for me, real
That's
quick.
me.
He's the history check guy.
No, this is the beauty of being a DM. You force people to do stuff. Like like
Yes.
legitimately. Hey, roll a history check. You heard that? Were you paying attention? Yes, I was paying attention. I need you to roll a history check. That makes sense. What doesn't make sense is when people are like, "Yeah, you auto failed because you auto failed this because you technically don't know what's going on. It's like, no, at least let me roll, and then be like, you failed because you have no idea and you've never seen this. Like, that makes sense. But usually that's only when someone's like, can I roll a history to see if I know something? And it's like, you don't know it. Okay, well, I want to roll anyways. Cool. You
like one of
rolled
the
a 20.
strangest things,
Awesome.
'cause,
You don't know it.
like,
Yeah.
and I-
a different D&D group, a thing consistently was said is, I'm not smart, but my character is, because your character knows specific things that you don't, but you won't know these things until the DM says so, or the dice says so.
Mhm.
So
Right.
Right, and then there's stuff like I know you can build a wizard with essentially like eidetic memory, and he'll remember everything all the time. So like, if you build your wizard that way, you at the very least get like, anything you played in game, your character's gonna remember. Period.
But then at that point,
Uh,
just take good notes, and you don't have to,
Right.
But
Right.
I get what you're saying. Like, but that puts a
But,
lot of
like,
the work on the DM.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
but it's one of those like. The idea that the character is smarter than you is definitely still something like you kind of have to allow a little bit of flex there.
Well, especially if you're
Right.
trying to play, I get you. You're trying to play like a genius, so you're like, I
Yeah.
made his intelligence like a 20. Like I've chiseled this character to be super smart, and he's weak when it comes to this. But I get what you're saying. So like role play wise, it's fun. It's just like it's the same thing with when you're trying to play somebody dumb, like you're trying to be like a barbarian that's super dumb. You don't always have to do that. You can have a smart barbarian, or you can have one that has a really low dump stat because you accidentally rolled a bad stat, and you're like, you know what?
Right.
I'm gonna play dumb. I'm gonna be a dumb guy, and then it's hard to roleplay that because, you remember it, but you're like, will my character remember it?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Hey DM, can I roll and see if? And that's the fun of D&D is the DM can keep you honest, but you can also do this. The problem I'm saying I have is when you have, like I said, you have that character or the player that's like, I want to remember everything. I roll a history check. You were never there. Like a conversation that they overheard, obviously, but they weren't there. Did they tell me about it? No, they haven't. Did you guys tell them? No, we didn't tell them. Well, I want to roll history to see if I knew. It's like, you weren't there, so no, you don't know it.
No,
Well, I rolled
see,
a
that's
I rolled
a
a
player
nat
being
20. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is you have the
yeah,
issue.
they're being ridiculous at that point.
And you're not,
But-
Yeah.
and Doug, you're not forcing because I mean, if you look at how anybody plays, or also how some DMs will play, like, hey, you didn't ask, so I'm not going to tell you.
Right.
But look at how games, like video games, do it. Now, of course, this is a video game, but Baldur's Gate 3, right? When you walk into a place, it's not going, I want to perceive what's going on. No, it automatically rolls a perception check for you, and if you fail it, you don't see what's going on. But if you pass it, hey, look, you see a goblin on the top corner over there. What do you do?
Yep.
Right.
Right? Like
So-
that makes sense. So if you were like,
mid conversation,
basically,
sometimes an insight
yeah.
check will happen. Either you fail, or and something really interesting is that in most D&D, insight checks are done by players. And I wonder if that should happen, because maybe insight checks should be more done by the DM. For
I think it's a
specific
little
needs.
of both.
I think
on
it's
that.
context driven.
it's usually for,
Yeah.
but even deception. So if someone's trying to deceive you, they can't just roll deception and then not have anything to roll against. You have to be like, so this woman walks in and she says, and you can even say, whoa, he wants me to roll. The beauty of role playing is if somebody tells you to do something, you don't metagame, right? You take yourself out of that and you go, I am currently on the road talking to Tarnus, and he's telling me a story of, I recognize this, I think they're in league with this, and this has just opened up. I can physically, I don't know if you guys can, I can see myself walking down the road.
Some people
Yes, me
cannot.
too.
Obviously,
Some people cannot. But yes,
I
we
know,
Can.
but I have always been able to see what's going on. The tapestries on the wall, the pictures are helpful, but I could see them before.
Right.
You describe them well, and I can see them. I've always been able to do that. We are just that
Right.
group. We are him.
Yeah.
We're that group that can picture it. Maybe some people wouldn't like that. Maybe some people.
Yeah, see, like-
but yeah.
Honestly, me and my wife had that discussion last month. She cannot picture things in her head.
Yeah, and so
Cannot.
So
it's not a.
if she plays D&D, she might need to have a board right in front of her
Yes.
going,
Right.
or an online program where you can see everything that's happening.
Yeah.
And that's
Yes.
fine. That makes sense. Some people can't play by just talking, but I've always been a storyteller, and I've
This
always
is-
been a listener, and I can imagine really well. So
we're gonna make a note of this conversation for the podcast because this is a good one to
I
cover.
got you.
Yeah.
What would the topic be
'Cause yes.
specifically?
I feel like this happens
Wait,
every time we pause.
there-
It's like,
There
we're
is
supposed to
no
take-
one right play style. I mean,
D&D
it's
play style.
Yeah, it's
or
definitely
play style by group. Yeah.
So, like group, and then imagining surroundings. Imagining surroundings.
Dude, immersion versus depiction.
Immersion. Depiction. That's good. I like that. All right. So I rolled a
So
9.
anyway.
all that.
So I'm gonna use.
Okay.
I think I have a.
Do you have
yeah,
an inspiration?
I have inspiration, so I'm gonna burn my inspiration because now I'm curious. Let's see if I get anything better. I got a 7.
Oh,
So I had a 9. I'll take the 9.
Okay. All right. So the most I can give you on that is because I'm always leaning towards favor of my players. That was a pretty shitty roll though.
Yeah.
So that being said, when Tarnus says this to the group, particularly due to the setting of everything and who you were encountering, the dryads, and being underground and hearing this sound. Also, in a previous conversation, linking what Daniel had said about corresponding the pictures inside the temple to a story you once knew. There's something about the story that you feel like ties to what you just experienced in some way or another.
Okay.
But that's really it. It's just like
A fleeting thought.
yes, yeah, just a fleeting thought of some kind of connection, but not really pinning it down.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
that being said, yes, we have been walking for a while, and finally, a few cottages and houses are passing by our group as we walk, and once again, very friendly townsfolk are waving and passing by and chatting to each other. And the closer and closer you get to the mountain, you begin to see the shape of a vaguely familiar place. I say vaguely familiar as you've only even encountered it one time, but there is one specific, a house is an odd term, but we can call it that just for simplicity's sake. A home or a structure that is carved into the mountain itself at its very beginning, the very base of it. Not extravagant, not regal in any way, but there are a few windows chipped out and carved very nicely, but not fancy by any means. There's a front door and a couple columns and a porch, and sitting on that porch on a rocking chair, there's a woman who does look familiar. You have seen her before, just not in this time, not in the future either. But she's rocking there, and she's just kind of humming a melody while crocheting some yarn together. She's
Does she look older?
Yes, not extravagantly so, but she does look older than you last remember her. Does anyone want to do a history check on this?
I know who it is.
Oh. I know who it is.
Yeah, we know
Okay.
who it is.
It's
Okay.
Henry's wife.
Is it in
That
the
is
same
correct.
location?
Yes.
Okay. I was
Yep.
literally, before we got there, I was actually going to talk to you and be like, hey, when we passed, did we pass that lady's house? Is that house still there? I was literally about to ask you, and then you're like, you see someone on a rocket chair. I was like,
Now,
This-
what
this is-
sucks is my note on her name vanished. It's like it
It's
didn't save.
but it's been years, and we were businessmen, so now we're traveling in a different area. So the cover. So as we see her, as we're walking up, we'll talk to her, but we're gonna go, hey, our business didn't do so hot there, so we're heading north to the Silver City because it's in this direction. So that's what we say if she asks, okay?
Good evening.
Howdy. Oh. What was your... Good to see you again. We came through here years ago. Remember we asked you about the temple, and you were like, you had no idea? Oh, come on, you remember
Did Henry
us.
make it home in time for dinner that day?
By the gods. Yes. Oh, please do pardon me. I don't recall your names. My word.
Don't call yours.
You,
Where is she? We should apologize to you.
oh no. My word. Please forgive me for my manners, but whatever skin routine you have, it is working marvelously. You do not seem to have aged a day. Please forgive my gray hairs. They are coming in by the daily. And, well, it's extravagant. And, yes, I'm sorry, my name is Faith. What were all your names again?
It's David.
David.
And Henry
Sherman.
sitting in a tree.
Fine.
My name is Flint.
David, Sherman, and Flint. Yes. Wow, it really has been so long. That's incredible. Where are you all off to today?
Business kind of dried up out where we set up, and we decided to move on. Somebody was talking about the Silver City and how it was, I don't know. We just got word that it would probably be best to just start out there. My bookkeeper over here decided starting more rural and getting used to the local population would work
Now
out.
hold on.
But
I don't blame me for this. This was your idea.
David will laugh and be like, I'm just teasing you, old man. I also signed off on the last location. I can take some of the flack, but we're just heading up to the Silver City. We're probably going to do some spotlighting through up through the mountain up there. Heard it was pretty up there. A little abandoned, but pretty.
Also, a good path to the Silver City, we've been told.
I don't quite know who told you that. I haven't been to the mountain myself in quite some time. But certainly a lot of historical value, if you appreciate that thing.
We do.
Oh, I do indeed.
Again, excuse my manners, but you all look exhausted, like you've been walking forever. Could I please offer you a drink or a meal or anything of the kind?
I'll look at the others and see what they think.
But we have been on the go for a while without a proper rest.
If Henry sees us, this is a problem.
You don't
Henry
say
hasn't
that,
seen
but
us.
you see that look to
No,
yourself.
I say it under my, yeah,
Yeah.
You have that look about you, and I go, What is we would love to stay and chat, but we are on the move pretty well. How fast could you whip us something up? And will Henry be joining us?
Oh, Henry's off on one of his excursions. I couldn't begin to tell you when he'll be back. He will be gone days at a time sometimes. He's my little
What's he been doing
adventurer.
this time?
Something
Most
tells
of
me
the day,
she.
since this morning.
Yeah.
But if you just want to stay for drinks, truly, that's okay.
I will say I would love to indulge, but I could not step into a lady's house without the man of the house being there. And I call into, like, this is actually Jed thinking, like, growing up, you don't walk into a lady by herself into her home, especially being
Right.
a man, without a man being
absolutely.
there. So I could not overstep boundaries. Of course, I know you wouldn't care, but we could not possibly dispose of your activities or your rest. So, and we must be. And he looks at, I don't know. I guess Are watches a thing? Are in D&D? I've never been able, like, clocks. You know what I mean?
I think it depends on the world.
Sundials that you wear on your wrist.
Well, so so what I'll do is I'll look up at the
Look
sun.
at the sun.
Right? I'll look at the sun and I'll be like, what time is it? Like, what I guess.
What? I am curious. Oh, what day?
it's like past midday, going into evening type thing.
So I'll be like, we have so far to go. We would love to stay, but we do got to get moving. But it was great catching up with you, Ben. Sorry, what were you saying?
Oh no, I was just staring at my notes, being like, Ferociteer. About Ferociteer.
Oh, the time. Oh, my brain was like, and then I grabbed it.
I was trying to see if Doug remember what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
And
Morndas or
she
whatever.
she hears you, and I I think I know what you saying. Oh, pardon me, darling. Welcome home. And right behind you, she starts waving, and you turn and you see this figure. He's big. He has a sack over his shoulder, and he's walking towards you all. Darling, are these friends of yours? Excuse me, gentlemen. I'm just returning home after an excursion.
Oh yes.
But
I don't. Yeah. I'll just act
We have-
and such.
Ben, we have disguises for a reason. Do not stress. You're okay.
I am
You're doing
out of
fine.
all of us. I am the hardest to disguise.
No,
I
but you're doing
purposely
great.
chose I
Sweetie,
purposely
you're
chose
doing
a
great,
meek-
sweetie. You're doing great.
I purposely chose a meek persona, so I won't. Someone who's not willing to look a lot of people in the eyes,
Yeah.
so I kind of avoid things like this.
So we'll say
Gentlemen.
we'll be like, oh, sorry to disturb you. Yes, we were just passing by. We've passed through a few years ago, and your wife was very kind and spoke to us very kindly on the road, and she spoke of you.
Yes.
You must be Henry. Henry.
Indeed, it seems my reputation has preceded me. Gentlemen, please, Faith, darling, have you offered them a drink or anything? Yes, I have. They said they had to get going. Nonsense, my friends, please, just a moment of your time. Not a lot of new faces come around here, and surely we can get to know one another to some degree. Just a drink.
Sure. Why turn down
Very
such
well.
generous hospitality?
Of course, yes.
Very
Oh,
well.
no, David, I don't.
I'll put a
Yes.
hand on my boy, and I'll be like, no worries. We'll be in and out. I know we're on a timeline. I'm sorry, Henry, we are on a timeline, but like you said, it would only be a moment. So
I suppose I could
yes.
make room in the schedule. Just pulls out a book.
I was about to say you start writing stuff down. We're like, cool.
I like it. Well, I promise I won't keep it for too long. I simply wish to pick your brains a little bit. Get to hear some adventures. Once again, we don't get a lot of newcomers around here, but please, come on in. Darling, put the kettle on and get some of the red rooibos. It's my favorite. Yes, darling, of course. And she puts her knitting stuff away, and you all walk into the house.
It seems
Yep.
Damn it.
Unless you choose to run away.
No,
Do-
that would be very sus. We're trying to not be sus.
So, so you walk in, and it's a good sized home. It is carved out of the stone of the mountain itself. There's a large mantelpiece. It is not burning at this time. There's a kitchenette with stove and all the amenities needed. Large table, not large in a regal sense, but large as in very fitting for the person that lives there and sits at it on a frequent basis. You see a couple doors for probably a lavatory and a bedroom. Decorations on the walls. Several books line the shelves. It's a very nice kept home with a red rug on the floor, and there's a broom sitting on the wall leaning against it. And he comes in and, gentlemen, give me a moment, and well, let me put this in my room and go ahead and have a seat. Make yourselves at home. Well, once again, won't keep you long. And he goes back and goes through one of the doors and closes it. just for a moment. Gentlemen, will you have tea or will you have something else? We have whiskey. We have some of the local white ale. It's not bad. Water, of course.
I will
Anything?
take. I will take a tea if you do not mind.
Yes, dear.
I'm
Of
gonna,
course, of course.
I'm gonna lean over to Jed. I don't know how much I want that whiskey. Tea will be okay for me.
Yes, splendid, splendid. Stands. And you, David, was it?
Tea as well, ma'am.
Yes, my dear. Yes. So she starts fixing that up, and once again, she's just.
Hey, DM, do I recognize this tune at all?
I was about to ask that.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Great mind.
You don't recognize the tune at all. No.
Okay, got it. Cool.
Not even from reading it.
That's what I was gonna say. That would be really cool, but no.
Excuse me.
Yes, yes, dear.
That lovely tune you're humming. What is it? Never heard it before.
It's, well, I once was a bit of a bard myself, so I write a lot of used to write a lot of originals. It's something I'm working on. Do any of you sing?
I don't know. Unfortunately, I always listened.
It's a skill to be said for. Many lack the ability to listen these days.
This is a lovely home. Did you and your husband carve it, or did you perhaps hire a dwarf? It's well done.
No, my husband, he did it all by hand, really. It took a very long time. But I'm sure he'd be happy to tell you all of that himself. And pretty much on cue, he comes back into the room. He's kind of refreshed himself a little bit and put on a fresh shirt and pants and everything. And gentlemen, here, have a seat, please.
Thank you.
Is the kettle on? Yes, darling, I'll be ready in just a moment. Thank you, sweetheart. So, did I hear correctly? You're headed for the Silver City.
Yes.
Yes.
Indeed. Business prospects and such.
Heard many
Yes,
good
of course.
things, yes.
Yes.
Oh, I'm a smith. Yes, I'm a smith. That's what I do. David Smith is the name.
Yes. There's a few smiths in the Silver City. I'm sure you'll be able to work up some decent business trade or whatnot. Whatever it is you do, I no smith myself. So
I truly hope so, for my sake. I haven't made many money when it comes to this, man. I swear it's because of that place you chose. Knowing they're one of
I
the
didn't
single
choose
piece.
it. I did not
You totally
choose
chose it.
No, never
Why
mind.
do you think I misremember a couple years ago when you just like, oh, we should choose that town right over there?
Okay. We're with the guest.
My apologies.
So she comes over and pours tea and pours. I forgot what Tarnus or Flint asked for, but she pours.
Tea.
Tea, yes.
Everybody asked for tea.
Okay, she pours the tea to everyone and passes it around. And you know, right? Yes, I'm fine. Just I've been singing all day. You know how I am. All right. Well, get yourself a drink. Can I fix you anything? No, I'll be okay. All right. Just let me know. Anyways, hope the tea is to your liking. Really. We don't get visitors around here often, but I did hear you asking about the home.
Yes, it is quite well done. I was curious if it was dwarven work, and your lovely wife has stated that you did it by hand. I'm impressed.
Yes, very
Yes,
impressive.
sir. Yes. Well, I did pick up a thing or two from the dwarves. Their entire culture has always fascinated me, and over time we've grown rather close. Of course, they're not as popular these days, dwindling in numbers, but
Such a shame.
Yes, yes. But their craft was obtained and can be passed on. So hope to get some good use out of this old place. It's held up rather well, but there's always improvements to be made, as you know. Uh, when when me and Faith got married, she insisted she didn't want a place too grandiose, so I would say I held back. But as you can see from some of the embroidery on the top, I do have an artistic side myself. Not to brag, of course, but
I'll look at it. Is there anything special in the carving, or is it just decorative?
roll an investigation check for me.
Sipping my tea, and I'm looking.
And when you roll this, is there anything in particular you are looking for?
I'm looking for languages. I'm looking for notes. I'm looking for inscriptions of is it just like symbolism in things, right? Or is it
Yeah.
just
Gotcha.
is it just like leafy green? I got a 20.
Or is there, yeah, or is there like arcane symbols? or
Yeah,
something?
yeah.
I gotcha.
So I got I got a 22.
Right. There is mostly just a lot of like leaf and just kind of
Artistic.
patterns around the embroidery. No kind of languages that you can see. There are some small, humble paintings on the wall, probably homemade. Portraits of Henry and Faith together, and them separately as well. And you can actually see some very old paintings of Faith when she was a little girl, probably family heirloom type thing, like when she was a child. Every painting that you see that has Henry in it, which there's not a ton of them, but every picture you see seems to be from like the here and now. He looks exactly the same as he does sitting before you. So not a lot of old pictures of him. But yeah, that's really about it.
I'll sketch some of those, which will just be like a piece of it. Nothing
Yeah.
crazy, just
Mhm.
leafy, flowery, kind of like intertwining, stuff. I just. Well, I'll sketch. I'll commit it to memory to sketch later. I'm not going to sketch it right in front of them. That would
Yeah.
be really fun.
Yeah, I gotcha. But as you're all sitting there sipping your tea, Faith chimes up after a sip of hers, and she goes, "Oh, Tia, speaking of dwarven craft and things like that, this company has actually expressed some interest in dwarven culture. They mentioned visiting the mountain at some time and kind of, well, taking a look around. I know you go there frequently. Would you like to, I don't know, kind of guide them a little bit? Oh, you're particularly drawn to the history of the dwarves.
Oh, certainly.
Well,
They,
it's my fault. My uncle, he married my aunt, and he was a dwarf, and he taught me everything I know about, what I know. And I was always interested in learning from him, but he passed away, unfortunately, before I could really get to talking to him more. You know how we are as youngins, we don't care nothing about our elders. And I'm ashamed of it, but I heard from a passerby that, there was history up there of the dwarves, and I thought it would be nice to see as an homage to my late uncle.
Yes. Well, I remember being your age. You're not wrong. We definitely don't think about our elders as we should. I. Yes. But the dwarves' history and culture, it's truly captivating. The craft is truly with no equal. When they worked with the Silver City years ago, they truly accomplished some incredible things. And well, as you know, after the Civil War, things really fell apart. It's a shame, truly, but I guess all things happen for a reason, right? I'm sorry. Dear, are you, do you need to be excused? Um, Gentlemen, I'm sorry. I'm coming down with something, and I think I'd better go rest for the night, but please take your time and don't let me ruin the fun for you all. Please continue to talk. Uh, it's been wonderful seeing you all again. Really, it has. And hopefully it's not years before I see you once more. But, yes, good night to you all. And she calmly and politely gets up and brushes herself off and takes her cup to the kitchen and goes back to the bedroom and closes the door. She worries me.
Is everything all right?
Everything will be all right. Now that she's retired for the evening, I can't help but wonder, and please excuse me, but who are you all really?
What do you mean?
I can smell it, Enoch. Sorry, my phone just went off. Ignore that.
Well, what's a phone? See, you're talking crazy here, Henry.
My-
Are you okay? Are you sick
You
too?
from the future?
Is that something related to Beep Beep?
A fucking bird
It's
flies through.
it's his bird.
beep,
It's
beep.
his bird.
I fucking knew it.
No, but he. Damn it! The vibe was so cool too. No, but he
He says,
leans
I
into
can,
the table.
I can smell it. I actually
I can
fucking,
smell it, you know.
I fucking thought about this too.
There's a magic about you all. Something
Displaced, you
you're
might
not
say.
aware. I could say yes.
Yeah, that's true.
I haven't smelt it like this in years, but you were there. In the court of the God's Keep that night.
Yes, we
I
were.
recognize it.
We were in the Quarter God's Keep at one point. It was very hard to get in,
So it would seem.
but we were, bro. So go along, everyone. This is Metagaming Matt here. Listen. So here's the thing. She was so nice to us, and Faith was very nice to us, and she was so worried about you. We were already going to look for a temple because of something someone said, and we saw the door was open. She was worried about you. We thought, hey, this is an adventurous place. She said you were adventurous. We checked it out. We have history of adventuring. I might make swords, but I can also play with them too. So I had no fear. And she was worried. And you know how damsels can be when they are in distress. So it just came from a place like that. We didn't want to be seen, so we apologize for freaking you out. There's no hatred here. We moved along once we saw you were quite capable.
You underestimate me, sir. I will say, before I get too carried away, would you like to roll...
Deception.
A deception, yeah. Yeah.
It's a 26. I have plus 9 to deception.
As charming as your concern for my wife's interest is, that's not the magic that I speak of. You are not from here.
You're going to have to be clear, son. I don't know what you mean.
Chronomancy is what I'm talking about.
Oh.
The magic of time leaping.
How would you know about that?
I know many things. Don't let my face deceive you, gentlemen. I'm older than I look.
Okay.
As of now, I have welcomed you into my home, knowing perfectly well that there's more to each of you than meets the eye, and I can live with that. My eyes have seen many things. So, be aware that, as of now, you are not a threat. But I will be keeping my eye on each of you.
Of course. Of course.
So to the Silver City, was it?
Yes.
Something has to happen there, it seems. Otherwise, you would not be here, is that correct?
I suppose you could say it that way.
Well, please.
I can assure you that we're no threat to you. Especially now. We're of no threat to you. We would never come into your house and threaten you in any capacity. We have but simple goals, friend.
I am well aware you are no threat to me. Gentlemen, can I top off your tea before we take our leave for the evening? I do have a wife I need to tend to.
I do believe that's unnecessary. We should finish our drinks and.
Hey, speaking of wives, my wife's home!
Hooray!
Yay!
Can you hear them cheering? That's okay. I'm gonna give her a hug real quick. Hold on.
Okay.
Ew.
What is the point of these disguises?
No, they're just...
Fuck. You know, just.
Okay. So we play this off. We try to leave. We see where it leads. We're doing so good so far. Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be, you know.
I played it as cool as I could. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, quick, think of something. What are you talking about?
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know.
Okay.
So cheese.
Cheese. Yes, cheese is good. Die Käse ist gut.
All right. So, in conclusion of the conversation with Henry, though, is there anything else you wish to say to him, or are we good to go?
No, we'll say something like, tend to your wife. We don't want to barge in any more of
We
your
do not
time.
wish to disturb. Thank you for your hospitality, and we will be on our way.
Yeah, the
Of
sentence I was
course.
going to say. I'll finish these cups of teas and be on our way. We appreciate your wife's worry, but taking you away from her is not something I feel, not something I could be happy with. I'd rather you stay with her. But thank you for
I appreciate it. Of course. Like I said, gentlemen, you are not my enemies, but I will be keeping my eye on you very carefully. Time is nothing to be meddled with lightly.
Of course.
Of course not. Why do you think we do not say much about it?
I respect a still tongue. Well, gentlemen, and he stands up, once again, very large, and he opens the door for you. I wish you safe travels, if that is what you deserve to have, until we meet again.
And we'll head out.
We step out the door.
All right, and the door secures. The evening, sun's still up. It's just later in the day. The wind blows and things are silent around you. What's everyone's thoughts, feelings, and direction?
internal
Well,
screening.
first, we keep walking the way we intended to go. And we don't speak about it until we're well out of earshot of this place.
Fair enough.
Even when we are, I'm going to walk over to Tarnus and not say a word, but I'll like pull something out of my pocket and show it to him. But it's just a minor illusion of the word "safe?" question mark, and show it to him.
And Tarnish just kind of shrugs. He's like,
Damn. That might be the first time I've ever seen Tarnus genuinely unsure of something. that's something. All right. So is it up the mountain? Is that our waypoint? All right. Also, how's everybody doing on time?
I'm great.
I'm good.
I'm fine.
Okay, good. All right. Well, if everyone is good to keep going, the mountain path is not too far off from the main road. It is peculiar witnessing this pathway, how naturally it flows up the mountain, and how wide it is. It's not a narrow path. It is a full-on road fit for caravans and wagons and troops, armies to walk up and down. And it's a wonder that none of you have walked it before or will walk it in the future, as the matter is. But you walk for quite a long time. Quite a long time. Mostly in silence. There's, as we've established, a lot of uncertainty about the parameters of safety and danger right now. Henry is well aware of not who you are, but he has suspicions of what you are and why you're here. And that's dangerous in itself. As we've learned, knowledge is powerful. And while you are here to gain knowledge, it seems that he is gaining some as well, and you're visiting. But as you ascend further and further up the mountain, the path winding in jagged zigzags, the canopy and the trees and the all the plantation, little by little, begins to thin and become smaller and smaller, thinner, shorter, and more scraggly. You also notice that the air itself begins to thin the higher you ascend. And in a matter of time, through some mist, you start seeing the formations of buildings. You are approaching a road that leads kind of in a valley that cuts into the mountain as it goes upward. This valley has buildings carved out on each side. Multiple buildings that are carved into the stone, very similar to the way Henry's house was carved into the stone of the mountain. But it's very silent. You enter in, and the air greets you with a kind of a melancholy atmosphere. As you reach the main road of the dwarven ruins, as it is not completely abandoned. There are what looks to be a handful of locals, dwarves, that seem to be operating there. Nothing mischievous, nothing suspicious or with ill intent, but they are silent amongst themselves, not like the chatter of townsfolk, but like the silence of a library, respect in their small conversations. And one cloaked dwarf approaches you, a long beard, of course, being a dwarf, white beard. He approaches you. Dicendo eventi che produci um, da Nordraven
Unfortunately not.
uh, this command.
Yes. We
Yes,
speak common. Can
yes. I would like to welcome you to uh, the city of dwarfs. What has brought you here?
Oh,
we
just
are businessmen passing through,
yeah.
and we're from lands beyond here, and we wanted to come and see the beautiful sights. We had heard tale of dwarves in the area, and honestly wanted to admire some of the work as we passed.
Thank you for paying your interest and respect to our people. Um, please take a look around. We try to protect this land and honor what was our home. Um, so feel free to ask any questions, but um, just be respectful and careful where you wander.
Of course.
Thank you.
Jed in his head is like, I can't draw freaking any bad pictures. Dang it.
Please do not draw
Any
penises.
penises. We've had problems in past with locals vandalizing our beautiful murals. You're like,
Hoodlums.
dang it.
Hoodlums.
All
I didn't
right.
expect this place to be abandoned. What was I thinking?
So, let me see what I can do here. Let's do a little bit of this, do a little bit of bloop, do a little bit of that. I'm gonna do one of Ben's favorite things. I'm gonna put some AI art in here for some visuals.
Where? Vo?
Locations. It's not a complete picture, but what you
Oops.
will see is kind of the valley or the canyon that you are in, and
Oh,
although it's not shown in
two
the image very well, let me see locations.
rocks.
The we can say that the walls on the far ends, the left and right ends, each contain various what once were homes or shops or something. But straight ahead, as you can see, is a large set of double doors, some decayed statues of dwarven figures or historical characters, and not depicted in the image. Um, on the steps in front of the door are two dwarven guards, elderly and kind of feeble looking, but standing alert all the same. So, what would everyone like to do here?
Is there anything in the area that Tarnus would recognize?
Um, I want to say no.
Okay.
I want to say no because without digging too much, most of your time here, Tarnus, you've met a lot of people and you've dealt a good bit of deals. The dwarves are they're tough nuts to crack, man. They especially after some certain historical events, they are wary about a lot of outward interaction and a lot of deals. So, have you attempted? Yes, but it's usually met with a polite decline of offer, which is saying something for dwarves, especially.
Okay.
I don't have much to do here personally, so you guys keep going. I'm just gonna use the bathroom.
You're it.
Okay. My thought process would be to move through something we probably would have discussed on the road is to get as much information as we can, but not to deep dive too much now that we know that there's like it's inhabited. It's probably not going to have anything too heavy, but it would be nice to know if there's anything more that we can grasp from the area. That would be nice. And that's the goal, obviously. But yeah, focus more so on trying to divulge as much information without drawing attention to ourselves as possible. Especially now that Henry's specifically been like, I'll keep my eye on you, and he comes up here a lot. Also, you know, if he comes through and asks something like, hey, you seen these guys around? Oh, yeah, they passed through. And if they're like, yeah, we chased them off because they, like, went through everything and just started looking around like crazy people and broke into trespassing. You know, they were trespassing. So we threw them out. He can be like, okay, they're those kind of people. Got it. You know, so try to be careful.
Also, Doug, I sent you a text. I know you probably
Oh.
silenced your phone.
I did, but let me see. Gotcha. There you go.
Okay.
So, while you are all kind of standing around in we'll call it the town center, I mentioned that there are places that look to be, some of them are houses, some of them are maybe once were shops. It looks like a couple of them still have things in them and possibly even a person operating them. Less so for business and more honestly like a museum. Like,
I was gonna
you
say, Jed, I feel like this is a place that they are keeping particularly sacred more than living here.
Yeah.
let's see. Trying to think of what else I can breadcrumb for you guys before Ben gets back, or if there's anything. But
I think the biggest thing will be going through if they have like a history of like happenings and why maybe the goal is to look for why this is such a place of power. Why is it? Because our future selves know this is where Aomaki stays. Is it simply because he admired them and trusted them? You know, are they a part of his cultish followers in the future? You know, we want to know as much as we can. Look, information is a goal, is key in this.
Yeah.
So we're trying to
Right.
get as much as we can from this visit. And the goal is to make it a visit, a pass through, not the goal is to make it to have finesse with this. The Silver City might be a different, obviously, because it'll be a little bit more like whatever. It also depends on who's in charge and what's going on and blah 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 blah. But yeah, so it'll be a goofy time.
Yeah, no, I got you. Well, while Ben's doing his thing, I'm gonna pee now, again, but I'll be back very soon. Also, I'm gonna mute myself because I messed up on that last time.
I think he didn't mute himself.
My sexy walk.
I think he did it on purpose. He did that on purpose. He did that on purpose. Yeah, whatever, Doug. Get out of here. So I wrote the dwarves have gotten the short end of the stick. I'm trying to keep a journal.
Yeah.
Their land is crumbling and their buildings are old. Even their guards are old and feeble. This shows that they are weak and mistrusting. We must tread lightly. They still have museums in the area for perusal. Museums, you know what I mean? So I think we hit museums and we try to get more information of like, hey, what makes this place so whatever, and then move on from there.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get to like delve deep into this one.
I thought when he said earlier it was abandoned, he meant like 100% abandoned, not like
Yeah.
no, the majority have abandoned it, but they're still holding it. Yeah, so
Well,
Like that either, yeah.
Hi.
are you joking?
What?
Were you joking around
About what?
about your sexy wife?
yeah, my sexy wife.
You went. I'm gonna mute myself so I don't mess up this time. And then I thought you were like muted it. I'm like, that motherfucker didn't mute it, didn't he? And he, you were like, my
Yeah.
sexy wife. And I was like,
I'm-
you son of a bitch. Oh, that made me laugh. That was funny.
Yeah, I meant to do. Anyways, so yeah, guys, let's really lock in, dude.
I'm not saying
Um,
nothing. You can think your wife is whatever
No,
you want to think.
It's fine. I just like, was he fucking with us? Or did he legit
No,
think he muted himself?
I actually thought I muted
No,
myself.
you didn't. Oh, bro. I've been sitting here too long. I got pitch stained, bro. What the hell?
Let me see. Well, since we're waiting, I'm gonna.
I think
Oh no, Ben's
Shit.
back.
Ben's back.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm
Oh,
gonna
He just
show you.
hasn't re-cameraed yet.
Well, since I already did it, if you look in the chat room, you can see the progress on my garden.
Ooh,
I've
Chat
been working
room.
very hard. I've been working very hard on it.
nice. I like it.
Nice.
I like this right here
I built-
with all the buckets in it. I really like that.
I'm
The lights
very
are
proud of my rack.
Nice aesthetic shot.
Ooh.
Nice aesthetics to the lights.
Thanks. Very proud of my little garden. It brings me joy.
And food.
That's the plan.
Eventually.
Yeah. So far, it's just brought me chipmunks.
So food.
Chipmunks.
So
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, my snake needs to be fed real bad. So if something were to happen to these chipmunks, within reason.
like if
Right.
one of them just didn't make it,
Yeah. I would not harm these chipmunks, but
These
if nature
chipmunks
took
were
its
the best
course-
chipmunks, but one of them died.
They were good chipmunks. They were the best chipmunks.
But they
They
were
were the
food for my
greatest.
snake. The best snake, Slytherin.
My snake is the best snake. He's huge.
Huge.
Wait, so is Ben back?
Yeah.
He's on the line.
Okay, cool. So, yeah. So basically, you're in the middle of the dwarven ruins or city or whatever you want to call it, and basically, I just said that there are people around. There's just not a lot of them, and there's some like shops and whatever, but they're treated the way they're kind of being filled is more akin to a museum and less about business. So, yeah. So what would you all like to do? I said a gift shop.
Buy a rock from the very, very, the Dwarven Mountain, yeah.
Oh yeah, they sell those. But now there is a shop that, I mean, it doesn't have a sign. It's really just a door, or a door frame, an opening, and it looks like it has several books inside, and there's another dwarf inside that is sitting there and puffing a pipe with smoke billowing out of it. But no one's really hollering to any of you guys, or really paying you any mind. They're pretty to themselves, so this is really on you guys.
I just want to take a look at the stalls and what there is on the area, and if there is somebody sitting there, be like, if you don't sell anything, like what do you do here? Like
Right.
what used to happen here? Like in a more eloquent fashion, obviously, be like,
Yeah, I got you.
we're interested in the history of this place. What can you tell us?
What was the primary trade of the people who lived here originally?
Right. So, we'll say that you kind of migrated towards the shop, and maybe you didn't even go in. Maybe you were just passing, kind of peeking inside to see all the books and things like that, and the dwarf inside kind of. Visitors are not common here. What do you wish to know?
Curious about the civilization that was this miraculous city once upon a time. What was the main trade through here?
Well, you are not commoners, are you?
No, we come from afar.
Do they speak Dwarvish?
Mhm.
I speak Dwarvish.
Oh,
Ah. Okay.
So,
Okay.
Jed can understand everything.
Okay.
I totally forgot that. I took it as one of my noble
It's been a while since we've even had to think about it. So
languages. Yeah, I know Elvish, Common,
Yeah.
and Dwarvish because of nobility, and my city had all of them, and my
Mhm.
dad made me learn them. I wrote that in, and I'm like, I think I know Dwarvish.
Yeah. Mhm.
I think I know Dwarvish.
Okay. Awesome.
So if there's
So-
if there's any ever moments of like non-understanding, I want to slip in and be like,
Yeah. Absolutely.
and basically be like, if it's easier to explain, speak to me normally, and I'll say it in a formal way
Yeah.
of like, speak to me like you would speak to another.
Yeah. So you say that to him basically.
yes.
It's like, okay. Yes, well, if you are not commoners here, then the best place I can begin really is
The arrival of, please take no offense to this, but the arrival of men. They came with their kings, and in response to your friend's questions, silver was the main thing that we mined for. Once upon a time, it was said that there was more silver than Island. Endless. So much so, well,
Made a whole
the
city
king
out
of
of
the
it.
humans, precisely, the human king boasted about endless riches and decided to make a whole city, as you said. Well, our king was, the gods bless him, but he was a fool. A kind, friendly fool.
My friend, I know it's hard to. I guess you guys are hearing me like, let's get out from this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just hear us talking.
Yeah.
I'll be like, my friend, I know it's hard to believe it because we are, of course, not dwarves, but I have sympathy for you, great sympathy. My uncle was a dwarf, and I heard of the disparities of this area. No, in no way did I come here to intrude. I would just wish to learn more about it. I'm sorry to what they did to you. It was wrong.
Well, your sympathies are appreciated, friend of the dwarves. If you truly wish to inquire more, the best I can tell you is you can go to the palace, examine it. But you are sharp of mind and you speak our tongue. That will help you to stay safe in there.
Understood.
But in the meantime, can I interest you in some souvenir rocks that were mined here many years ago?
I would love that. Anything to help out old friends.
Yes.
New
Yes,
old friends, I
correct.
should say.
Okay.
Into new old
one
friends.
tidbit, Doug.
Yeah.
Speaking of languages, I decided to go look at what all that Tarnus knows. And one of the languages that Tarnus knows is Celestial.
Okay.
Ooh.
So,
I will. Okay, good to know. Good to know. I will adjust that. At a later time, but I will adjust that.
We'll
So-
just say that Tarnus forgot, and then he starts to. He remembered, and then he starts to piece words together and goes, "Oh."
oh my gosh. I have such a good canonical reason for that, but I'm not gonna get into all
Yeah.
that
Cool.
right now.
Okay, so, but I'll
That's
look
for
at.
later on.
I'll look at the others. I'll give him like a gold or something, or I'll give him something. Or do we do trade? I'll be like, well, listen, I'm a smith myself, and I have like something I can give him. Is there anything I can interest you for a trade?
Young man, I think we get a lot of tourists here. Please, as a friend of the dwarves.
Oh, I very much appreciate it, and I like hold it, and I actually kind of fucking love this character I'm playing because I'm like I care a lot, and I'm like, thank you. Your hospitality has been great, and may your foes always be beneath the ground.
Same to you, friend.
And I'll pack that, and we are.
Wakanda forever.
Yeah, except one. Come on.
Yeah.
So I'll talk to the others, and I'll basically explain like, hey, so, as we're walking, I'll be like, let's go to the palace. I'm sure he gestured on the way to go, so we don't have to like aimlessly look around. So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So we'll say the palace is in this direction. As we're walking, I'll turn to the others, and I'll be like, sorry, I was holding back from you all. I grew up in. Yeah, we won't get into that, but they're telling us they were here first, and man came in and kind of sweep the area. I didn't know that myself. Well, not to such degree. I didn't know that they did such a devastating blow to this area. But looking at the dilapidation and lack of, well, silver and the fact that there's an entire city made out of it. Who knows? Maybe one day it'll all blow up in their face. So,
Who's to say?
but he
I
told
can see what's happening.
it.
They don't have a clue.
As a matter of fact, I'm the one who did it. I blew that shit skaboo. I pressed the button too. So yeah, I'll be like, we're
Anyways.
going to the throne room. He said that the throne room's the best place to look if we want to get more info. Sounds like we might see some murals or something, or maybe somebody to talk to. But it's a good thing I know Dwarvish, because we probably have a tougher time going in there with common. So we're gonna head towards the palace.
All right, and Daniel, I know it's been a while since we heard from you. Is there any takeaways or opinions or thoughts or direction you're feeling?
Lizard, 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 lizard.
Daniel, are you with us still?
No, I was completely zoned out.
You're good. You're good. I don't blame you.
You're all right.
The conversation going on, I wasn't going to hear it. Otherwise, I wasn't too zoned in.
You know what? He was in character because he wouldn't have understood it anyways. So
Exactly.
basically, Dwarf said, "Go to the palace if you want to learn shit."
Ah.
You know, yeah, there you go.
Breaking it
Which-
down.
Yeah. Very simplified, roughly translated. Which the palace is extremely easy to find. Once again, depicted in the image I sent to the chat. Huge set of double doors, and there are 2 guards there standing by. And as you all approach, you step up to the doors, and one of the old guards, in Dwarvish, which Jed understands, he says, "Welcome to the King's Palace. Are you here to pay your respects or learn?"
I would declare a little of both, my dear friend.
Then wisdom guide your steps, young man. But be cautious. No one may enter the king's treasury. The dwarf room must stay secured at all times.
Wouldn't dream of it.
You're familiar with the dwarf room.
Yes, quite fluent.
So it would seem.
I know most
This
humans would not care to learn it, but I am not from this island. I am from a place that
Oh,
I was taught it by my uncle. So
young man, I beg your pardon. I do not speak of the language. We speak Kai, referring to the artifact of the king, the Dwarkrun.
oh, I don't know what you mean then.
You have much to learn. In simple ways, it was the king's crown which he only ever wore in the most dire circumstances. Great power is contained within, given to him by the gods.
Wow. Well, we won't go anywhere near it and touch it. We'll just learn from it. That's it.
As I've said. Oh, breathe, buddy. Breathe.
Daniel. I didn't say Daniel. Just retcon that.
Sherman.
My dear friend Sherman. He's never been good. You know how them white people are. they can't
Those
hold their
red
liquor.
people.
They can't hold their liquor.
That's for damn sure, brother. Well, anyways,
Can't understand you. I remember that.
Yeah. I just you doing that. He's coughing. He's saying something to you. I turn back and I'm like,
It comes with the infection there.
Jander's like, I feel like there's some
Blada.
bullshit going on right now.
I believe they're talking about me.
Tardis just kind of gets this smirk on his face, just knowing Jed at this point. It's like,
Just
he's
fuck-
talking shit right now.
Get a load of this guy. All right.
And so, after a little bit of a chuckle from this old dwarf, the two of them grab the large handles of the doors and open them up for you. And before you is the palace. And anything you want to say or do before entering?
No, but I have a thought.
What's your thought?
I wonder what. I feel like I know what this headpiece in the crown is. I wonder what the jewel is. I wonder if it's spherical in nature, if you might say. We'll see.
Time will only tell.
You enter into the palace, and it is enormous. A large, very barren hall of columns which go on like trees to the ceiling, which is incredibly dark. There are some holes that are excavated or drilled or just dug through the very, very top of the mountain, which allow in some natural light through reflective pieces of silver, which act as mirrors. But it is mostly dark. You see various chambers and doors and windows, many of which are barred off. Once again, referring to it as if it was a museum. But the most melancholy and upsetting part of entering this hall is not what's above, but what's below. The stone floor, which is all uniform in color, the stone once was polished beautifully. Not marble, but might as well be. However, it's stained incredibly, incredibly bad with deep, dark stains all over, which some stains spatter up onto columns and some just pool out in rings upon the floor. No mistake, it is what once was an entire floor's worth of blood, which has been
There was a
cleaned.
slaughter here.
I sense it as well.
Yes. And far ahead, with basically a singular spotlight on it from the reflective mirrors above, is a extremely stout but impressive throne made of both stone, metal, and gems, which no one sits upon. It is empty. But as you all approach it, you can now see that there is a large door behind the throne. If the throne is like on a platform, there's a wall behind it, and there's a large door there. And upon the door is what would be a foreign language to you all, except Jed can read it. And it says, let me try to paraphrase as best as I can. The room is basically titled Treasury. Underneath in Dwarvish, it reads roughly, "A king's word is unbreakable. Promises are binding, even beyond death. Let him who seeks entry name the four ideals of the Dwarven King." Yes, Daniel, something to share with the class.
It's really funny. Just I don't know if you're reading your handwriting or something. You're just like, what is that?
Yeah, no, I was. That's exactly what was happening. I was scrolling. I was like, what the fuck did I say? So,
That was really funny to me. Sorry.
but yes,
Car ideals.
the 4 ideals of the Dwarven King.
Of the what king?
Dwarven King.
Dwarven.
Okay.
My brain's just thinking.
So I
four
read
things that-
I read it and I'll convey the message to you all.
Oh,
I'll be
yeah.
Like, yeah, that's the treasury room right there. It basically says the king's word is unbreakable, even beyond death, and that whoever wants entry should name the 4 ideals of the Dwarven King.
4 ideals.
Ooh.
I know 4 ideas a king should be in general. His idea might be different than mine.
Well, so I have this theory. They said that there was a crown, which it's not like we could take it even if this was the truth, and I wouldn't dream of it, but there's a crown that only gets put on in great times of like danger, when they really absolutely need it. And it seems to me, if it's got like a gem or a power to it, it could be the 4th orb, which would make me think.
Is there anyone else in the room with us?
What's that?
Is there anyone else in the room with us?
Well, there wasn't. But there is. And he is the most odd-looking dwarf you've probably ever seen. All dwarves are naturally stout. This one, even more so, as he has a large hunch on his back. And he walks towards you.
My precious.
And
He says,
he
I am
walks-
deformed, and I am ugly.
and you are, and I am ugly. But he walks towards you, and he's a younger dwarf, still very full beard, but he approaches. He goes in dwarvish, naturally, which Jen understands. But he says, "Yes, the king's treasury. Magnificent place. I could only wish to see. Are you here to steal the dwarf crown?"
To steal it? My dear man, no. We are but learning. Learning of history.
What is he speaking?
Huh?
What is he speaking?
What? Dwarvish.
Dwarvish.
That's okay. Yeah.
Yep,
you two have
so
fun.
we too have no idea what's going on.
They're like... I'm like talking, like having conversations.
Tarnish is just sort of holding his owl, just kind of.
Tarnish is just like, come on, I'm relaying everything to you eventually, just not right away.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well, and he hears you relaying. Yeah, I can speak common too. You are not locals, it would seem.
No.
But no, we would never dream of stealing anything of its ilk. We would love to see it, but I guess it's just one of those things you can't do. It says the king, and then I'll relay the wording to him, proving that I'm cool and I can also read and I don't just speak Dwarvish. And I'll be like, but it would be a sight to see. Is it sealed? It seems like the king sealed it and then it has never been opened again.
Yes. Well, the king, in his time, he never really wore the crown. Not when the time was right for it. You see, he, like all kings, he wore a crown. It's true, passed on by his father and his father's father, but no, the dwarf crown, that's something very special.
Can you tell me more about it?
Very impressive. Well, it's valuable if that's what you're saying, but the dwarf crown, I've only heard myths and rumors. It's formed by the god Terra
course, the god of stone and earth. Also the first dwarves, yes, but its shape, it protects more than just flesh and bone. It protects the mind from all sorts of evil. Or good, I guess, depending on how you look at it.
Mm.
Impenetrable even by what some say God can even do. A pretty penny it would earn. But it's been in this treasury ever since the king died.
Question, DM. It's called the Dork Rune.
Dorg room.
Dork
The
Rune.
I will because it's a weird name. I will specifically.
I know you can't speak
I will
Dwarvish. It's okay. I knew it already. You put it in chat room?
I put it in chat room because it's a weird name. Because I gotta complicate things.
No, you're good. I'm being annoying and I'm writing it down even though it's already in the chat.
No, you're good. We like paper receipts, but
what make you of the inscription on their master dwarf reader? The king's ideals, eh?
Yeah. It seems to me like it's some sort of code, worded code to open the doors, to unlock the doors, one might say. Ideals. I guess that could be one way or another. I just couldn't put my finger quite on it, but I don't know.
And the king, he once said that the ideals of dwarven royalty were the columns that held up his people.
Hmm.
He was a fool. Even in death, he's a fool.
Why? What did he do that was so bad?
Built with your kind for starting.
I don't. Yeah.
Nah, the humans came here and legends say of dwarves having cravings, selfish desires for gold and silver, but man, man is a different animal entirely. They crave only what they can't have. I can't help but notice none of you seem to be pickpocketers or thieves.
No.
Are any of you law enforcement by chance?
Not that I know of. No, you got a bookie, a businessman, and a smith. That's about it. Why?
Oh, God. Well, I was kind of hoping that if you're by some lucky chance able to get into that treasury, I could indulge a little bit.
Well, we're not dumb. We could look at it and see if we can't crack it, but I don't think picking locks is going to be a thing. Something tells me it's more magical in placement. Dwarves have always, they. My uncle always said when they made stuff, they put magic into it as well. That's why it's so hard to break, basically. That's what I've always been told, but...
We're notorious for complicating things.
Yes, of course. I suppose it could be anything. The pillars. He said that the ideals were once in the pillars.
Ideas on.
And Doug, I'm gonna look around and see if, or recall of anything. Are there any obvious 4 pillars that this entire place is held up on that are super obvious, like anything like that?
Well, there are columns and pillars that are spread all throughout the room. The lighting in the room that comes through the ceiling, as I've said before, It does shine on 4 in particular.
Okay.
Mhm.
At the moment. And I'll say to this, we didn't ask him his name, did we? So I'll
Yeah.
just say, dear, just let us look around, and I mean, maybe we can do something. It'd be cool to at least see it, lay some eyes on it. I'd never take or dream of stepping inside, but it would be nice to lay eyes upon a legend. It's always a nice thing to see. Maybe get some inspiration to build something for someone.
You're a good man. Well, if we get in there, hope you won't mind if I indulge a little bit. I won't get in your way if you won't get in mine.
Oh, I didn't hear a thing. And I'll start walking around. I want to go to those specific pillars and just look, and I'll convey. No, you guys heard. You guys heard. And
Yeah,
comment.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'll look at the others and be like, so,
Mhm.
yeah, we'll all go to. I'm
Now
gonna
we
go.
go
To,
and
yeah.
look at the pillars, though. I kind of lean over to Jed. Yeah. Knowing how to crack this could be helpful later. If we can
Indeed.
find this place at another time.
Mm-hmm. Being able to know it now would work. I have a kind of an inkling to how it might work, but I don't know. We'll see.
Mhm.
We'll see. And we're gonna go look. What do you need from
All right.
us?
I'll just say an investigation.
Oh, scheisse.
Oh my god.
Please.
Now, is this one of these like we're examining and
Nat 20. Hooray! Hooray!
So, yeah, you guys are examining the columns and just kind of going around the circumference of them and looking them up and down, seeing where the light
22.
shines. Okay. All right. Very good. Let's see what we got. So, Jed, when you approach a column, um,
even I didn't
you
do too bad. 16.
That's
Like,
pretty good,
hell
yeah.
yeah, hell yeah. Well, upon reaching 3 of the columns, and this character, we haven't gotten his name yet, but this character, he kind of sees what you guys are doing and kind of assumes the position of examining the 4th column. Jed, you see engraved into the top and the bottom of the column, which are very far apart, so it's not obvious, but he did well. You see a depiction of a stone.
Okay.
And yeah, so yeah, you see a depiction of a stone. Tarnis/Flint, the one that you look at, are you messing with a lighter? What are you doing?
he is playing with a lighter.
Ah,
Basically
that's
what he's
safe.
doing, yeah.
I figured out how
That's
to make
safe.
it bigger. Ooh!
That's
Jet fire.
Last word someone ever says. Is just, "Oh, make it bigger."
I gotta turn that down. Sorry.
Tarnis, the column you stand in front of, you see a carving or an inscription of a what looks like a forge or an anvil. Daniel, yours is a bit more abstract and a little harder to crack. You see a picture of what looks like a dwarven knight or character kneeled with his head bowed with a sword in his hand pointing down. So the particular one word association with that's a little tricky. And the other character, when he's looking at his column, he goes, On this one, it just shows a mountain. Barum. Huh. Barum. Endurance. What did you all get?
I have an idea about mine. How about you two?
Stone. Right? That's what mine was. I think I wrote down.
Mhm.
I wrote down stone.
Yep.
It's a stone.
Anvil or a forge?
And he said mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Did he say it in Dwarvish after? Is that what that was?
Yes. Let's see.
Most likely mine is loyalty or fealty.
I was gonna say fealty as well. I like that you thought the same thing I did. Fealty, yeah, it does look like fealty. Like your sword is not an attack position. It is it's in a position of I am defenseless in this moment. I give you my loyalty, my fealty. I will fight for you. I will, yeah. That's what I would say as well.
Well,
Fealty, maybe loyalty.
Exactly.
So we have loyalty. Let's see. What were the other ones? Let's see. So we have a mountain, we have the kneeling guy, we have a forge, and we have a stone. Now, let me think. Is there particularly, is there a role for language? Is there a role for
that would most likely be history, yeah, I would imagine.
History, maybe intelligence.
Maybe just pure intelligence, I suppose, yeah.
yeah. So, not to target you too much, Jed. You speak Dwarvish though. Do you wish to make an intelligence roll to
Yeah.
see what kind of correlations you can make?
Yes. With specifically with the knight, or with all the words.
With all of them.
Yeah, I was about to say I was gonna see if there was a word in Dwarvish for loyalty or fealty or this type of submitting, right? And then also say stone, and then forge, because here's what Jed's thinking. Jed is thinking that it's a lock that is hidden in plain sight. It's simple, but it's not simple because you have to speak the language plus you have to know. So the stone obviously is at the heart of every dwarf. Like you work in stone. They're mostly masons. They care much about it to the point where after all the attacks on this place, it's still standing. You know what I mean? Whereas most places wouldn't be. Forge, that's a big one. It hits home with them a lot. That's what they're all about. Loyalty, fealty, submission to the king. It was ideals for the king. It's fealty to me. The stone is important to me. The forge is important to me, but fealty to me is important to me as well. And then the mountain itself as a place of
Is
defense.
their home.
It's their home. It's where they're from. It's all that. So I'll roll history because I'm gonna look for the exact words. More so for the fealty one to see if I know anything more. But stone forge, I'll say all those in Dwarvish as well. So let's see if I get a good history roll. And 1 second. It's a 15, like a 15.
Okay. So here is what I got for you. And it's coming to you personally.
Oh, okay. On what? Text message?
Yeah.
My phone gets silenced, so I don't get any
Nope, you're good.
Hey, bruv, you on for D&D tomorrow? Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for confirming.
Did you text it to my personal?
Yes.
I don't have anything yet.
What the hell?
Hell.
That's weird.
It's your other friend named Matthew. Some other Matthew,
Some
you
of
know.
the
Is like,
Matthew's like, the fuck?
what is this gobbledygook? Doug, are you okay? 911, what's your emergency? Yeah,
Right.
my buddy from like high school.
I don't know, man.
He's just texting me weird gobbledygook.
Okay. Let's try Facebook Messenger instead.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh, gotcha. So looking at them, I'd go, okay. They're to pronounce something. It's to, okay. They stand for something. They're ideals. So stone is to Kaz. Forge is to Thuldar. And then I'll look over and I was like, mountain is to, and then I heard him say it, so like it was Darun or Daun.
If you're asking him, he'll just tell you. Bahrum.
Bathroom?
No, that's that way.
So as for the one with the guy, like loyalty, I can't think of anything off the top of my head, basically.
Daniel.
Yes.
Hi, sir.
Hi.
Would you roll a history check for me while you are examining the symbol in front of you?
$18.
18.
Not bad.
Okay. Let's see. And assuming my phone wants to work, you should be receiving it personally. I think you're muted.
Yeah,
You're
don't
muted.
hear it. There it is.
There we go. Welcome back. He's speechless.
The first started reading what you sent me, and my brain was just like, justice! And then I kept reading, I was like, that's not the word you're looking for.
Not quite.
I understand.
Do you?
Yes, I know the word you say.
What word is it?
I'm not gonna say it. I refuse. It's Jack.
Sorry, what?
Jen.
What happened?
It's this image. It's similar to what I thought, but I just realized it's someone taking an oath.
Oh, that's
A promise?
I-
Waiting for
I know the word. 1 second. I know the word. It's coming to me.
Hold on,
It's
game
coming
lag.
to me.
Loading.
It's
Loading.
coming to me.
Loading.
Ah, Durak.
So, if I'm not mistaken, gentlemen, you have 4 words which match with ideals. What do you think?
The same to the door.
Well, the question is, do we want to actually try to open it, or should we respect the guard outside and come back to it later?
Hmm. I think I already know what's in the crown. I don't really think we need to open this door.
What is it?
Something of great power.
No. You. I see. Ah, the 4 words. You got them? Why not give it a try?
We'll see. Yeah. I think. I'm going to go to the door and I'm going to. I oath honor, right? I'm going to say the word as similar as I can for, like, promise, but it's off. It's not the same, but it sounds similar. You know what I mean? Like something similar, but not the same. And I'll be like, I'll say it. I'll be like, I'll say them right because some of them are like super obvious. Like even a dwarves man would get it right, but like obviously it's been hidden for so long for a reason. So I'll be like, Kazdulda, Derak, and then I'll say like, you know, like I'll say them, but the goal is not to say them to where I think the door will open. To where it's like, fuck, I guess I was wrong. Dang. Well, we tried. Like one of those. That's what I'm gonna try to do.
Should I have you do a deception roll for that?
I can
Or
do-
is
I was
that
gonna say,
can
this
do-
is either a deception
yeah.
or a
I
performance
can do
check or
either
something.
one, whichever is best for you. Performance.
We'll do
probably.
deception.
Okay.
I feel like trying to be
Yeah.
deceiving.
Yeah.
26.
Damn it.
Well.
Damn.
Well, it was worth a try.
Oh, well, that was fun. Boy, I know somebody will get in there one of these days. I just walk on nearby. But it happens. Well, gentlemen, it's been fun poking around the old museum with you, but I figure I'll go pickpockets elsewhere. It's been enjoyable. And he starts kind of like hobbling between you all. And oh man. As this guy is leaving, he kind of gives Jed a little pity slap on the shoulder. And gives Daniel a little pity slap on the shoulder. He's not digging in pockets or nothing. He's just, you know, we tried our best. We tried our best. And he kind of grabs Tarnis's shoulder or Flint's shoulder, and he kind of smiles up at you for a second. Can I tell you something? You just seem like you'd personally enjoy knowing this. Come here. And he whispers in your ear, and then hobbles away immediately.
Beep beep boo boo. Uh-oh.
I feel the need for everyone's sanity in this moment, which, because I'm gonna let you know, this is almost akin to an inside joke. Almost. It's not probably gonna matter for you guys right now, or anytime soon, or even in this campaign, possibly at all. So don't stress about it too much. But it'll be a fun conversation for later on.
Understood.
Or for the other podcast. For the podcast, great
An
conversation.
inside joke.
Great.
Like between
great
you and
can of
Matthew, or
worms.
just inside joke for your completely yourself?
No, for me and Steven.
Ah.
I'm fucking with him. But
yeah.
yes. I'm fucking with him canonically, even though I have nothing else to add to it. But like I said, we'll get into it in the podcast. You'll have to remind me, Steven, but yeah, it'll be fun. Anyway,
Okay.
but yeah, that dude's gone now. He's just gone. So what would you all like to do while you're now alone in the palace?
Guess we should go.
Since we are alone, just out of curiosity, do you want to see if a single word will react whatsoever?
I'm nerve-wracked. I would not like to draw attention to ourselves,
Fair enough.
I agree.
but we know how to get in the future. Obviously, someone's going to get in between now and then. So, well,
How
But if
much
we
so
can
are
find
these words?
if we can find this in the future, we might have found something very useful.
this just seems to be one of those decisions that you don't know the outcome of, and I feel like we got information we need from here for future plans.
Yes.
I believe that the crown has the fourth orb in it, though.
And even if it doesn't, it is a powerful artifact.
Apparently, it makes one invulnerable.
To mental attack.
Which would explain some things.
Some
So, huh.
Anyway,
Okay.
we've hung around here enough.
I click my heels
Climb.
to go back in time. I'm just kidding.
So
Okay.
to the Silver City.
Yeah, passing through.
Well,
All
follow
right.
the yellow brick road.
Indeed. So, when we play again, we will cut a lot of the excess walking. We're going to get right into it. And we will be in the Silver City as you have never seen it before. So, end scene. We're good. So,
Session end. Yay!
session end.
Yay!
He's like, "Fuck you guys!"
He's like, I'm ready to go to bed. So
Uh.
I am so interested in all of this, seeing what happens and how it goes, because I've decided as my personal move, because usually I write notes and stuff like that, and I write it all down. For as long as we're in the past, I'm not writing stuff down. I'm not writing the sessions. I'm improving them. So, that being said, you guys surprised me tonight by doing and not doing certain things, and I love that because due to our setting, none of us know what's gonna happen.
You
Definitely.
like in the timeline, not knowing what will happen, right? Like obviously on regular time flow, being back where we're from, I'll do any.
Right.
Open the door. Open it. Yeah, sure. Why not? Like,
Right.
what could go wrong? Oh no.
Right.
Oops. We'll talk our way out. Something like this.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't
We're-
know. It's not no. We don't know what has happened. So to do something might cause dominoes. So
Which we don't
Yeah.
know that. We don't know that. We don't.
Not
Yeah.
to mention I mean, like, honestly, this went through my head. I didn't voice it, but it went through my head. We were told the chamber does not open. Period. And this other dwarf could have even just been a test from the dwarves themselves.
Mhm.
you know what? Like
Like,
my only
there's-
thought was
I thought about that too. That's why I was like, we would never take. But I mean, if we could figure it out, sure. Like, let's see if it works. And then I thought about it, like, if I open this and then he steals, or if he's like, I knew it, you're trying to steal our secrets, let's get him.
Yeah.
So it's like let's throw this off so it's not super.
you know what the
obvious.
worst thing it is. What could have been the thing itching the back of my brain. That was a disguised Henry trying to get inside the vault. And the
Could
fact
have been.
is,
Yeah.
if we opened it, it could have been a specific thing that happened, and we started all of this.
And I think, well, we obviously didn't start it. He's already on the move, Mister. I'm older than dirt and no time magic. Like time magic, speaking from this wizard in the future, was like, it's very experimental and it's never been touched before. And you're telling me this guy in the past is like, I know much about time magic, and you're like, oh, I wonder why.
He
And then
also-
but think about it. Of course, he'd know a lot about time magic. The curse is all about time, like,
Yeah.
and keeping it in
Yeah.
one place. So your brain's like,
Well, what I was saying by that is, if we did open it and that was Henry, the possibility that we're the one that was the catalyst to him getting what he wants could have been mind-blowing.
yeah.
And that's why I'm so glad you decided not to open the.
I thought more likely that the person. So that's a cool thought. I like that thought. I personally was like, oh, it's Tarnus in disguise, and then when he went up and whispered to Tarnus, he was like, looking good. My future
Damn,
self
I-
looks awesome, and then
I should have done that.
walks
I
out.
could-
That's what
probably
I
should've.
thought. I was like, oh, that was Tarnus. Like, holy shit, like that was him, and he knew, and he was just like, I see we have great plans in the future, and then he like walks out, and Tarnus is like, oh damn.
Fuck.
But the point being is like, I don't
Total
wanna,
paradox moment.
I'm trying not to like our whole goal from the wizard. I hate her, but she's a wizard. Whatever is don't make waves. You're here to drift along with the currents to see what's going on. We need to be the side characters at this moment, like where we're just observing, silent observers. We need to see how the process. We've already seen more of the prophecy. Now we know how to get in. Like we know how to get into this place if we ever come back here again, which we think we will. And then also once we get to the Silver City, we're hoping to find more lore aspects. Who knows what will happen? But the point is just you're knocking blocks down as they come in front of you. So it's just nice to be able to be like, I don't have to like we don't have like. No, I'm sorry, it's not nice. It does kind of suck because you're like scared, like. Because my knee-jerk reaction, yeah, open the door. What are they gonna do? Alarm goes off. I'll just go invisible, or we'll all dimension door out, and they won't even see us. But it's like, yeah, but then the door's open, and I don't want to. And I thought the same thing you thought, Ben, which was, if we open this door, and now it's open.
What are we letting?
What if the orb is in the crown? I absolutely think it is. So it's like, what if? Because you think about it, you have the orb of sight. You have the orb of like
Tongue.
tongues. You have the orb of sight, tongues,
Truth?
and then what was it?
No,
One?
no. It was sight, utility.
Utility, the first one. So you have this orb of utility, so you can basically make anything you want to fix any problem at the moment. You can speak any language, and then you can see anything, and your brain can't be attacked. All four together, you would be like a god. You would be almost damn near omnipotent. You could create. You could, you know what I mean? Like, so it does make sense in a term. And then also, this thing that has been there for 100 years has been able to keep, like, you got to think, we're not the first ones that have been trying to attack this thing, like this beast, to take this curse down. I'm sure we're not the first. So, the only thing that we've ever seen work against Aomake was whatever device that was a disruptor from Farthead McGoogle Cracker. And the big one. But it took a lot of energy and a lot of power. I like the lore aspect where I'm writing down stuff like, here's why dwarfs don't like people here. They don't like people because they came in and they basically destroyed everything. And all the silver linings, everything that literally silver linings, were swept away by humans. And they used every single bit of it to make an entire city out of it. And then you think, the city is so big and it's so grandiose and the money is silver and there's so much stuff that's going into this that's silver. You go, wow, they really did. This island must have used to have been almost entirely silver, like they said, and it was all freaking hauled off to go make a freaking grandiose city. So yeah, it's really interesting.
And it makes me so happy that this is all coming together after 3 years of storytelling. And finally, I can connect the dots and say it. The whole time, this is why gold is the only legal currency on the island, because silver was overmined and people can't use it legally. So
Yeah.
that's why everyone was like, "Oh yeah, we paid it for gold and everything." It wasn't just me being an amateur.
That's crazy. No, but it's crazy to think. It's like, yeah, so silver is just not a thing, and you just
I mean,
don't.
when I pull out my Electrum,
You wish.
I don't wish that. I hate that.
I like.
Platinum would be nice,
So I
but
think it's nice to have the aspect of a final answer of who the Quarter Gods keeps were made and owned by.
Hmm.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
The Treeple.
The triple.
The
yeah.
Treeple. They're just like straight up like, what are you doing in our place? And it's like, we should have known. We should have known.
I was curious about that. That was really interesting to know because like, we weren't sure. It's
But
so
they're
weird,
also-
'cause the
but-
art.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. Something that I don't know was just the AI or something, but you made it. It's Aztecs. It's Aztec imagery, all the art. Which, and I don't know if it's very specific. It's but it is just strange to me. Like I don't know. I don't know how to.
Well, they are pyramids. That's some of it. So maybe it's like you call it
Perhaps
Aztec,
when
but in
the-
this world, what if it's just Treeple, Dryad?
Well,
you know?
no. Like, think about it. We don't know how old this thing is. So perhaps back when this temple was originally made, that's the type of humans that were roaming the earth. Aztec type people. That's how old this temple is. That's what people wore in that time. They'd expect so much time to pass that clothes would advance and such. So humans no longer look like that.
But
They
it
just
also
got
makes you
put
think
proxy and put
if-
into art.
if it's sacred to the Dryads, were the Dryads the original owners? Because if they were, what if they built it at a time where, if they're in communion with this god, what if it's a god that can see the future, which most can,
Yes.
kind of? So what if this god is actually being like, here's the preparations you need to make. We are in communion in such to which you need to make these preparations. No humans are allowed in your lands. If they do, make them fight. If they can pass this test, then grant them, like, hey, you're good, because she already knew that we'd come to the Treeple, and that we would save the princess, and that we would get the boon, and that we would be sent back in time. And when we bring the boon, they're like, what the fuck? Oh wait, this means this, and then some kind of celestial thing speaks, and he's like, yes, I see. Okay, you guys can go. You're good. And it's like, you see what I mean? Damn, I just, that was bad.
Knock the tar out of yourself.
Yeah, I'm bleeding.
The sentence,
Oh,
it's gonna
no.
be in my brain
Goodness.
for a while. When you
Oh,
return,
no.
she'll be waiting for you. That's just gonna be in my brain for a while.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Don't bleed out and die.
I got excited. I got a little excited.
Well,
I also found it very
yeah.
interesting how Henry was speaking to us from a position of
No, wait.
we literally aren't a threat to him. He is basically telling us outright, I am more powerful than you.
In the moment, though, you also have to think we're a threat in the future because we have orbs, we've got the sword, we've got the knowledge, we've got all of this. He might know that we're like, when he evaluates us, we're not a threat. We don't have any of the orbs. We don't have the sword. We don't have anything to take care of this like entity, right? This guy.
I get the feeling that he may even understand a bit of our power level, like the magic we could potentially throw.
Well, think about it.
And
when
he
we-
just
yeah, sorry.
be like, you're not that, you're not of importance to me.
Yeah, but then when in the future, when we've been slowly growing all this time with all these items and all this importance and all this orbs, he's been like paying attention to us and been sending freaking people after us. Because when we first started, he didn't send people after us because we had nothing. And then I got the orb, and then all of a sudden it was like things started to happen. And then I got another orb, and it was like, wait a second.
He said.
And then I'm getting chased constantly. And then we get the third orb, and now he straight up just talks to us all the time. Like, hey, come here.
The thing is, he says, I'll be watching you. The thing is, once we got on the island, I don't think we were ever not watched.
Yeah.
But he didn't care until, like you said, until we actually started to become a threat. But he was always watching, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now he is straight up like when you were in the dreamscape at that one point.
Which one?
That was him. Well, the one that I was involved in, where he was in your mind and he did the whole fake arty thing, and it's just like he is directly messing with us at that point.
Yeah, but and that's at a height of power because he's starting to go oh. Like I'm paying attention now to you guys like fully and completely. But at the beginning it was like more food, more people on my island to fuck with, like a little bit. Haha, this will be fun. And then we've slowly grown, so we're seeing the beginning of that same
I'm
ego
not sure about that.
in Henry. I think that's what I'm. This is my
Well,
speculation.
it could be. He said, "I'll be keeping an eye on you," and he noticed the moment you got to the island.
Exactly. So when he saw us, I'm feeling he's gonna recognize us, but not care because we have none of the important items.
You were no
that will
threat.
make us.
You were never a threat. You were never ever a threat. And then we become a threat, and now it's like, okay, now I hate you guys. I'm gonna throw everything at you. Also,
I gotta nip this in the bud.
his wife being
Until-
sick. His wife being sick is everything. It's
Oh
absolutely.
yeah, I bet that's a big
it's-
part of it.
It's absolutely everything. This thing that keeps you, it might keep you sick. You might stay sick, but you're not dead. You don't die. I mean, you get cut up into little pieces. The only thing that takes life here is a sword. One
The
sword.
thing is, what I think happened is he knows this curse and he's trying to activate it. He's
Yeah.
already given up on the song a couple years ago. We already established this. I think he's going to be too late, but still activate it to. Well, that's why he's after the orbs.
Yeah.
To try and, since it was too late, try something else. I don't know exactly.
Yeah, it could have been even like he meant it just, she's on death's bed. I'm going to stop everyone from dying until I can figure this out.
I believe that's what he tried to do, but it didn't happen because he is solitary, sobbing in the cave by himself. We know this. I believe his wife is dead. He failed.
Oh, and he lashed out at all those that got in his way, or something overtook him, almost like his heart broke and it needs to be fixed. It's almost like we're doing something he couldn't do, which is tough, but that's why we've been playing for 3 years. It hasn't been an easy task. It's been blood, sweat, and tears, and flipping flashes.
Flippin' flashes.
Flash.
Yes, sir. Never
I like-
forget the flippin' flash.
I like how you wrote the world to encompass what's happening, and not just, yeah, I guess I'll just like do this. You're like, no, man. There's this flippin' flash. There's this thing that actually cauterizes the wound and keep you from bleeding out. It's really cool. And
Hell yeah.
there's this part, and also there's these demon babies that are
Demon babies.
disgusting and terrible. And then it also
Oh,
brings in like
yeah.
Caesar's really cool because Caesar's like, I want to move on, like I want to have a kid and I can't, and I want to. And he was crazy, and it made it fun, and it was cool.
Thing is,
I miss
so weird about
Caesar so often.
I don't.
He didn't want to break the curse. Well, he did want to break the curse, but he was too terrified of Aomake to try. So instead of trying to go through the curse, he tried to do this weird ritual to summon a baby. It's really strange.
Well, I think his whole thing was also to like he kept a bubble over his entire city. Like he successfully, as much as we didn't like him, he successfully kept the city from going into total and complete ruin all the time, right?
Oh no, he was
Right,
absolutely like a mad genius.
Yes,
like,
completely and
Well,
utterly.
and
I
he
don't-
could keep
a lot of that
Aomake
came
at
from that
bay,
guy.
which is better than most people could say.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure a lot of it came from that guy, the guy that
Well,
the guy.
But he
Yeah,
had
third
the
arm.
charisma and the knowledge and the power to know who to talk to, why to talk to him, where to go, why to go there.
Charisma and power I can agree with. I'm just unsure exactly how knowledgeable he was. I just know that other man was the backbone behind the information. But power and charisma I can totally agree on. Those are the two things he definitely had.
That's insane.
Well, my thing is, I think he made his power suit himself. Like, I think that, and like all of it, and a lot of his automatons, I think he built those.
I have to disagree. The automatons were definitely built by the other guy.
The professor.
Well, I mean, like the fake Caesars.
I definitely feel like those were made by the other guy. I don't know about the suit. That possibly could have been made by him. I can see that. But no, it was all the other guy making all the robots.
I mean,
Almost
I
fine.
think it may have been a, collaboration, but I personally feel he had his hands in a lot of it.
He definitely directed it, sure, but the main brain behind it was definitely what's his name. I still don't remember his name. What is his name? So forgettable behind Caesar.
So if you want an actual answer to it, because I can absolutely tell you, I don't think it's breaking anything for me to tell you. Which I just in this moment correlated this, and it's kind of beautiful to me, just to myself. But so Caesar made the blueprint. He made the concept and the design. And yes, the scientist Salazar was the hands, was the one to actually craft it, but it was very specific based on Caesar's designs. Using the orb, his ability to see all he could see. Caesar's big thing was learning. He locked shit in. And it seems all the time that he was very sporadic and scrambled, but he loved learning. All the books in his library were not just for decoration. Like, he had those because he loved knowledge. And whether that was using his visions to learn robotics and learn all this kind of stuff, whatever. There was more going on behind the scenes as far as why he went the route of robots, but that's another story. But something that is a reoccurring theme, which I'm sure you guys have realized, is the orbs are a message about how so much of this operates, and Caesar is a prime example of it. In this case, like, Caesar had the vision. The blue orb is vision, being able to see, to understand and conceptualize something. But just like the orbs, it takes more than that. You have to be able to communicate and understand what you're envisioning and then you have to have the utility in the hands and feet to craft what you are thinking and what you're communicating. Fourth order, we're not gonna get into that yet, but yes, that's in conclusion, yes, Caesar conceptualized the robotics, and Salazar was the hands-on part of it, or the third hand-on, as it were.
So all of it was actually Caesar's design. He just had a scientist help him build it.
Oh yeah. So, anyways, also, are we still recording?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, we can stop recording now. But thank you so much for